Hello and welcome back. Last time on, well, I'm not going to say what the adventure is. Everybody can read the title if they want.
Thanks, Dad.
Our newly formed team of heroes, after some rough early stages of adventuring and mild drug usage, decided
Only a
to
little.
go to the city of Jaigao in search of some fun. And they found the Festival of Merit, and they took part in some games. And along the way, they made and met some new friends. And when it came down to the final challenge, they were tasked with. They were one of the winning teams, tasked with going through a little underwater maze and retrieving this little green amulet thing. And their rival team that they had to face against actually turned out to be the friends they kind of met throughout their time there. Another 5-man adventuring party that are new with one another, much like our heroes here. And the heroes ended up outracing their rivals and coming to the end of the maze, in which they stole it after beating up and kidnapping a shark corpse.
I love the fact I rotated it.
Yeah. They basically just tortured it because it was already incapacitated. But anyway, they got their prize, but after the shark was handled with, it got itself knocked into a side of the wall, which opened up, and as they went inside, they found a room they probably should not have found, unless it was a miracle of fate. Upon entering this room, they discovered some kind of, a different kind of amulet. This one was golden with, bizarre imagery carved into it. One of them decided to walk up and grab a hold of it, and they all bore witness to a vision of some man with curly dark hair and a very melancholy expression, telling them that he is an ancient hero from the time of the calamity, the war that shaped the land of Exandria. And in his final moments of this vision that knocks them all unconscious, he asks for their help, saying he is trapped somewhere. The rivals congratulate them on their victory, and one of the elders of the city of Jaigao, after being shown this object, tells the heroes that there's something more to it. This could lead to great fortune for those looking for wealth, it could lead to fame, or it could lead to some life-altering adventure. He gave them the advice to travel to the city of Baxozzan in hopes of discovering more about this ancient artifact. They began to head there, meeting some friends along the way, eventually running into their rival group again, who is ironically heading to the same location as they are. And through some deep-rooted conversation, the rivals learn more about the players, and the players themselves, our heroes of this story, learn some more about their rivals, and that maybe they're not so bad after all. They're just different people on almost the same kind of journey. And we last left off with the heroes arriving to the gates of Baxozzan. And so now...
Fuck yeah, Bakugan.
What are you gonna do? Okay, no, I'm not... I know that by heart still.
Episode.
Yep. Alright, and so...
Bakugan theme, it kicks hard.
It does. It's cheesy as hell, but it kicks hard. Alright, so, as the 5 heroes approach the gates, a guard draped in more of the Aurora Watch insectoid armor comes from up top the wall with a spear in hand and yelled just one word, "Identify!" What do you guys do?
Thought he was about to read me the fucking Skyrim rift and entry thing.
Alright, so I hold up my hands. So I've got no weapons on me. And I simply say, "We mean you no harm, we are just weary travelers, looking to gain passage into your fine city."
Alright.
Suck his dick, why don't you?
Oh, happily. Fuck it, don't tempt me.
Alright, the guard looks with shifty eyes from one figure to another, taking an extra little beat in between looking at the draconic being and the giant cat person.
No.
Finally, the
We
guard...
have no weapons. Looks at the Dragonborn with a gigantic battle axe on the back.
I was thinking that.
With a roll of the eyes, he ponders to himself for a moment before asking, "Are you mercenaries? We could use your strength of arms."
No.
I mean, go by many titles. Adventurers, mercenaries, assholes. Of course, whatever you want.
I butt and I'm
Just
just
don't
sort
call
of
me
like
late to
anything.
dinner.
Okay, so well, let me tell you this. We are in need of the help of adventurers. Should you be willing to help us deal with some small incidents, I have no problem letting you into our walls.
Well, if it's
We
that
have
easy,
to-
I'll do a little favor here and there.
I suppose.
Very
As long as the
well.
cash is right.
Something strange for a piece of change. Let's go.
I shall point you in the direction of the task hand. And so he ducks beneath the wall, and you hear a little, like, the crink of something being pulled. And then through rattling of chains and gears shifting, the giant doors slowly open up in front of you. They're strong, metallic, much like the imagery you see here. And you begin to make your way inside the city. The guard actually
I love
makes
the
his way...
ambient dog noises.
Yeah.
I don't know how to respond to that. Okay. As you make your ways inside, the doors seal behind you. You get the sense that this city of Baxozzan is it seems like a very depressing atmosphere. Not too many people outside, and the ones you do see are quite they're quite sad looking. Eventually you hear the guard quickly come down a metal ladder that's been screwed into the wall. Landing with a loud metallic plop from his feet, he guides you down to a little ways down the road.
Yep.
Let's see. So yes, you have now entered the grim town of Baxozzan. He begins to guide you towards what's called the Gatehold Barracks. You see a sign for it in the distance. That is where their trains are true. As you begin to make your way, he expresses his gratitude to you for coming to help. It's you can tell he's a little off-put by just bringing random people inside, so you can tell they're desperate. He stops at a fork in the road and he tells you, "Going down the right path there will lead you to the barracks. There, Captain Varen will speak to you. Good day to you." And he makes his way back to his position on the wall. So that won't cause any trouble. The five of you continue to walk down your way, just hearing your own footsteps. Can someone make me a perception check? Just anybody who feels like they might
I'll
want
do
to
it.
look around. All right.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You want a
because-
perception check, yeah?
Yeah, somebody.
I am.
I got a 24.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
All right. So with the 24, so you're the first to notice something's off, Macintosh. As you guys are walking, you're kind of leading the way. You're the heroic, noble one. You like to take charge. As you listen to the people around you, as a ranger, you have a keen sense of being able to decipher who's around you. Well, you've already kind of memorized the sound of your own footsteps along with the footsteps of your teammates. And as you walk, you hear yours. You hear the very light pitter-patter of the rogue, his sneaky figure. You hear the smooth, even walk of the artificer next to you. And you even hear the loud, scaly scratching of the claws of the draconic one. However, there's a louder, thumpier footprint that you don't hear. And as you stop everyone with a wave of your hand, the rest of them looking at you, you turn around and notice Asher Duties isn't with you anymore.
Damn.
He's just... He walked through the doors with you. He was there. He followed you to the fork in the road, and out of nowhere, he's gone.
He
We
DC'd.
somehow lost the special ed.
So I got hungry.
Yeah.
He saw a box of kittens on the sidewalk and thought, oh fuck, friends.
Just before you can even react, though, after noticing that, all of you kind of look around and notice someone's missing. Before anyone can utter a word, you hear the alarm go off, off in the distance, echoing through your ears. And trumpets are blaring, an alarm is going off. Several Aurora Watch soldiers hurry into the streets. You see them running between different areas. Off in the distance, you hear, "Good God! Good God! They're eating him!" in the distance. And you take off to that sound. This must be some of the some issue you're having trouble with. You running down the road, you hear people screaming in the distance. The alarms are blaring everywhere. It seems like some attack is beyond you. As you pace through some of the housing districts, from around the corner of a crumbling building, 5 twitching, skinless masses of blinking eyes and slavering mouths wriggle into view. One of them is shredding the flesh of a hapless soldier in 3 of its amorphous maws. This man is dead. Blood is spewing everywhere. You take notice, there's other soldiers around fighting these creatures off. One of them, a male drow, pauses and addresses you. "Newcomers, no time for pleasantries! Draw your weapons or get to safety! Find me at the barracks after!" And he takes off. So, I'll ask you guys, do you guys want to help fight, or are you guys going to book it?
Yeah. Let's
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
All right, we're fighting. Okay.
Roll for initiative.
Yep, I need everyone. I'm gonna take care of that. I
I
need
got a
everyone
9.
to roll for initiative. All right, hang on.
That's
Let
a
me.
lot of guys. Okay.
All right, so you want? You
Oh,
said you wanted
orgy.
it harder, right? All right. So
Yeah,
let me
I'm down.
pull up.
I mean, at least we got some allies to back us up just in
Yeah.
case.
Okay, so you
Oh,
said
yeah.
you said 9, Kieran.
Yep, I got a 9.
Okay.
I got a 21.
Okay.
Ooh.
21.
I got a 23.
Okay. 23.
I
guess a
natural 1.
And Piggy
Almost.
Dippin'?
I got a 10.
Okay. Let me roll for the people with you. Okay, 10 there. The gibbering mouthers get a 10 as well. Let me roll for the guards.
Oh, so this is what a gibbering mouth looks like. Fucking. Thor mentioned this on his campaign, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
yes.
We just
All right.
kept describing his fucking mouths as coochies.
All right. The guards get a 12, but their captain, the one in charge, the drow, he gets a 14. All right. All right. So, sorry, I got a lot I gotta manage here. So, top of the round
You good?
with the 23 initiative, that gives it to Artorius. What do you want to do?
Frick.
Oh.
That's you.
Yeah. Sorry. So.
Focus!
I
I'm just kidding.
No, I am. I'm gonna cry later. So I
We
want
all are.
to.
Shut up. You're not special.
Fucking Fanny Schmeller.
So yeah, no. Is there any way I can sort of? Yeah, no. I'll just hit the guy closest to me.
So you're gonna go to this guy in the bottom right-hand corner here?
Yeah, with just a like a ray of frost attack.
Oh, you're gonna need to get into line of sight with him then.
Okay, so can I just use my movement just to dash down? I
Yeah,
guess.
you don't need
Or-
to dash. You can just use your movement to go here if you want. And
Yes.
then,
That's
and then
fine.
you can kind of lean up like up on here and then fire at him because it's like a
Can I
little
do-
ledge,
Can I do some sort of Assassin's Creed shit? Because if he doesn't see me right now, can I go on top of that there building and do a stealth attack?
but, you can certainly try. Yeah.
Because
So you want to climb up to the top of the building so because right now if you stay here he can't see you. So
Yeah. Okay, I'd like to climb up to the top because I believe I have something that allows me to climb faster in like one move.
okay.
Oh yeah, it was one of your things that we found out he unlocked when he turned to level 4 that he didn't take last time.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
So you have a move. Oh yeah, because you guys have been discussing some stuff in private. I
Yep.
take it, right? Okay, that's fine. Then. That's good. So all right, so you that'll be 10 to climb up here, and then
Okay.
15, 20. If you want to get above them, that'll be 25 right there.
yeah,
But now
that's
you need to
30.
so I'll say your movement can get you up there easily enough since you're a rogue, but you do need to make a stealth check so he won't notice you.
Yeah, I can do that. Stealth,
fucking
I got
hope so.
a 19.
Okay, yeah, the blobbering mess is just making its way towards this area. He doesn't see you.
Now can I roll just for attack with my short sword?
So if you attack, you're gonna have to jump down off the building, which is fine.
well,
Based on how you
it's
are,
gonna
you won't take damage, but you will have to be on his level. So you'll either have to go in front of him or behind him.
Oh, okay. I'll go behind him then if that's the case.
All right, so you're gonna drop down and then roll to attack.
I'll roll a hit, right?
Yep, roll to hit.
I got 22.
That's for sure a hit.
All right, and damage. I only got a 7, but I
Okay.
can roll for stealth. Can I?
You can what?
I can roll for stealth, right?
Not stealth, no. Well, oh, you mean your sneak
attack.
attack damage? Yes, yes. Roll your d6.
Yeah. So I got a 2 for the sneak attack. Not very good.
So that's 9 in total. All right, so
Yeah.
you run up to the building, hearing the gelatinous mess coming up behind your party, so you know one's sneaking up on you. So you jump, you run up to the roof, you see it down below, it doesn't notice you, you drop down, and you slash it into the back. Even though it's a gelatinous mass, you still cut into it, blood spewing out. You hear the howls from multiple mouths as it panics and starts to morph around, noticing you with its eyes now.
Whoop.
And it takes 9 slashing damage.
Pierce.
Okay, fine. Piercing. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's why you gotta tell me what it is, so I know. All right.
Okay.
So
I
that
didn't
puts
realize.
there. Okay. So that's your turn.
Mhm.
Okay. So good job there. All right. Next up is Jace. What do you want to do?
I am going to use my turn, or use my action to create my arcane armor.
Okay.
So that's pretty much all I can do in that one action.
Okay. Well, you'll be ready to go for next round then.
Yep.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
All right.
Dad.
Next up is the Dro Captain, so he'll be going. So I gotta find his. Yes, he has a stat block too. So Captain here is going to just bomb rush this dude here. You see him just with a shift of his feet shoot upwards. He is actually going to use his bonus action to cast his Echo.
EV clipped.
EV clipped.
No, he's going, and his Echo is going to climb up top to the building here. So it's a shadowy figure that looks just like him that runs up top there.
Okay.
And it'll just be on the same turn as him. So now with his action, he is going to attack with his glaive. He actually gets to attack twice. So so roll to hit on this dude. That's a 20, so that's a hit. I'm just gonna roll twice. Yeah, both of those exceed 20. That's enough hit. And then his hit is 1d10 plus 4. Where is my d10? I am panicking. All right. So do that twice. So that is total of 15 points of, let me see, piercing, right? Slashing damage. Works either way. So 15 points of slashing damage. So he runs up, you see the spectral image shoot up behind him, and he is going to just slice at this creature before him. It's going to take 15 points. Let me do the math here. Sorry. All right. And now his spectral image up here is actually going to fire one crossbow bolt. Somehow it's able to do that. This will be magical. And
Sexy.
It actually misses. It just shoots past it. The mass, after getting stabbed, ducks itself, and you see the two sides of its mass coil up as the head dipped down. It's just a cute little blobby. All right. Next up is the guards are going to go. They're a lot simpler. They're just going to run up and fight. Go to hit. The orc is just gonna swing and miss. The other Dro, he gets the hit. How much damage does he do? So he's gonna pull out his spear, charge right into it, and pierce it with 1d6 plus 1 piercing. That's 6 points of piercing damage to that dude. So he just runs up. And all right. Next up is Piggy Dippin' and the Mouthers. I'll let Piggy Dippin' go first.
Sweet. The little gibby that's at the top of the map, the very top. I'm gonna go towards that one.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make that.
Sweet. And then, all right. I'd like to activate my rage.
Okay.
And then just swing with my great axe. Let me make sure I get my rage count.
And I believe since you're level 5, you get to do it twice now. For your
Yep,
action.
for me, it's probably the same for everyone else. Look at your actions above your attack. I have attacks for action 2 now, so you might be for y'all's now.
I got 2 attacks per action as well.
Alright, so yeah, I'd just like to do, I'll just do a great axe swing for each attack.
Go ahead. So roll to hit twice.
Alright, so hit DC 24.
That's a hit.
And damage 12.
Okay.
And then do you want me to go ahead and just do it again real quick?
Yep.
Sweet. Hit DC 26.
That's for sure hit.
And damage. Fucking Sketchy's ping is in the way. 13.
Okay. So that's 25 in total. Nice.
Very good.
So
Very good.
there. All right. So yeah, you run up. You rage. The gleam in your eye shines as you roar your cute little draconic roar. And you run up, and with 2 cleaves, you splatter this beast. It reels back from the pain, all the mouths chittering, and blood squirting out in a few orifices.
When I finish coming.
All right, now it's the Mouthers' turn, and they're hungry for your flesh. All right.
What my god!
Yes, for your flesh.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, let's see. So this guy here is just gonna attack the orc because he feels like it, you know. So he's just going to bite him. And that
Yummy.
is, yeah, that's enough. That is, oh damn, all right. That is 5d6.
Oof.
Oh, fuck. Let's see here. So, let's see, 5, 10, 16, 18. That is 19. What is that? I don't even think it fucking matters, but that is 19 points of piercing damage. You watch this thing spread out in a red giant blob. All the mouths dig into this guy. Ah! As it just swallows him whole by devouring separate sections
Piggy
of him.
dipping style.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that dude's dead.
Back.
What? Who is
Who's
listening to videos during this? All right. This guy is actually going to move away from the Dro and come here, and he is going to use his blinding spittle. Let's see. All right, so he is going to shoot his blinding spittle right here, and as soon as Macintosh is done laughing, I'll need.
I'm sorry. Just look at the gift that Dyer put in the chat.
Yeah, that's how Fireball works. Yeah.
He's fucking dead.
That's actually so good.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you continue, King. I'm sorry.
All right. So he shoots his blinding spell. So he shoots a little green ball that explodes, and so I need Macintosh and Jace to both make a dexterity saving throw.
You got
Okie dokie, let me make my saving throw.
got a 6.
I got
That's
a
a-
17.
17 succeeds, 6 is a fail. So Jace, you are now blinded. The green goo
Alright.
gets into your eyes. It stings just a little bit. It doesn't do any damage, but now your vision is quite hazy. You can't see.
Gross.
Yeah.
All right, next up, this dude, he's pissed. He's going to attack Piggy Dippin'. So let's
Oh,
see.
hell no.
He's going to try and bite you. That's an 18.
There you go, chat.
That's enough. 18. So he's going to bite you. That is once again 5d6. If I can pull all these out of here, holy crap.
Alright.
Good luck, Dyer.
Piggy Dippin', you take. I just want everyone to get a sense of how many dice are in my hand right now.
He don't bite. Ah, yes, he do.
All right. That is.
He don't bite. Yeah, I fucking do.
All right, that's 9, 10.
Nah, he lied. I'm gonna bite you.
That is 16 points of piercing damage as it reaches out with a couple mouths and just.
Hold on. I
Sinks
have
to-
resistance to piercing damage with rage.
There you go. So then that becomes 8 piercing.
Owie. Oh, that's smart.
The one
Dyer
next
out
to
here
you
getting
is going
pissed on.
to attack the captain with his bite, and he is going to get. That's not enough. That's only a 14, so it's not enough. And
You
the
get his
last one
fucking snuff
in the
on.
back here is gonna, of course, try and munch on Artorius. That is a 3 plus what? 2? Yeah, that's a 5. So he's just gonna. You're just gonna take a quick step back as it lunges out at you and dodge that attack. All right.
Nice.
Who's left? Macintosh, you gotta
It's
go. You're the only
me.
one. Yep, you're the only one left.
All right, so because of the fact that there is a building just to my bottom left by a single square, I'm gonna get myself up there, so I've got a bit of a better vantage point over the field of combat.
Instead of
as it
5 to
were.
climb up there, that's 10 feet. So,
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I don't plan to move any further than this.
okay.
And I'm gonna target the fucker that spat at me
This guy in the
and
middle.
Jace. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my longbow.
Okay.
I'll hit DC. I got 19.
That's a hit. Yeah.
And then I will fire piercing at him, and I got a 10.
All right. So you fire with your bow, nails it right inside one of the eyes, which explodes when the arrow enters into it. The mass shifting. And it takes 10
Nice.
piercing.
And because I got 2 attacks per action, I followed that up with another 15.
That's a hit still.
All right, cool. And then I do another piercing, and I get 11.
All right. This one shoots into one of its tongues and pins it to the side of its mouth.
Ooh.
And that's 11 piercing. All right. That one's starting to look kind of hurt. He's starting
Fuck
to
yeah.
shift his bubbly mass a little less.
Good.
Is that your turn, or are you moving anymore?
That is my actually. Could I possibly back up just a little bit further so then I can then get a little bit of a better angle? Yeah, like
There?
just so I got a better angle on this one that's on sketchy, just in case.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can see him from there. So.
All right, cool.
All right. So we are going top of the round. So Artorias, it is your turn again.
All right, nice. Well, simple enough. I just want to attack this guy with my short sword. That's
Okay.
nice to me.
Give him a good shanking.
So, for short sword, first of all, I got a hit DC of 10.
That hits. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, and
Well, that's
then
quite low.
Well, they don't have any
Down-
armor. They're just a ball of flesh. So.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
How many damage?
Yeah.
Sketch.
Damage was 8,
Okay.
and then I want to, follow it up with another attack.
Are you going to use your bonus action for that, or you get the two attacks?
Bonus
Okay.
action. Bonus action.
I don't know if you get the.
No.
Do you get two attacks per action, or no?
As long as they are light. Per action? No, I have to use it as a bonus.
Okay,
action.
you have to do the bonus. Okay, I just want to be
Yeah.
sure. Go ahead.
Yeah,
then.
no, that's all right.
You can use your
So for the hit DC, I got a 14
That's
on
a
my
hit.
other short sword.
Yeah.
And the damage is 10. So just to qualify, both of those are piercing attacks as well, by the way.
Okay, so 10. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, you after it lunges at you, you shoot back and then you step forward, slicing upwards with your short sword once, and then bringing your other blade up and slicing down, chopping off a piece of it at the top, which shoots off blood squirting out like a fountain. You kind of revel at the creativity of your strike as the creature groans and gets ready for another strike. Okay. So Jace, it's gonna be your turn. I gotta see what blinded does because you have that status effect. I'm gonna grab my book thing here real quick. This will tell me what the status effect is when I look at it. That's not where that goes on the floor. Okay, that's fine. So you are blinded, which means, just so you're aware here, a blind creature can't see an automatically fails ability checks. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. Okay, so you have a disadvantage on your attack roll until the end of the turn. Until the end of your turn. So.
Ooh.
Got it. Okay. How far away am I from that? Get Gibbering Mouther in the bottom left.
Bottom left. Let's see. You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could make it with 30 movement speed.
All right, bet I'll do that.
All right,
I'll
that'll
get
be
up
all
there
your
before they get
movement, I'm
close.
assuming. But yeah,
Works
you can
for
run
me.
right up to it.
Perfect. Awesome. And
I
I.
fucking love D&D.
Me too. I'm glad you feel that way. Yo, I made it to a stream. Hey, Demon87. I remember you following. Thank you. Appreciate it.
This is Kieran when he likes D&D.
Yeah, like I don't know that's been a word, man. Like since we've actually started playing more, after the first campaign, I've really started to love it, but now it's just a matter of damn, I now remember why I love this so much.
Because
There's
King's
so
a good
much-
DM.
Yeah, King's not only a good DM, but there's so much thought and creativity that goes into it. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Facts.
Thank you.
Um,
You guys are gonna make me
question.
cry. Yes.
Is the revolver? Would a revolver at this range be ineffective?
Okay, so next to it, on the left side, there should be a distance. It should say it should be some kind of feet.
Oh
is
yeah,
it-
it's 40
feet.
feet.
It's what?
It's 40 feet.
There's just one number.
Oh, there's a number 120 next to it.
Okay, so it looks like that if it's 40 to 120, it means it has to be within that range.
But it's
Okay,
got to have
gotcha.
feet next to it. If it's just a number and then a grey number next to it, that is how much ammo you have on the left and how much ammo you can have
There
at
you
max
go.
capacity.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't.
See, I had that same issue last time because I didn't know how far I could use my bow at, but I started looking at it now. It's like, oh fuck, that's my ammo count.
No,
Wait, so
that
there's a
doesn't.
minimum
that doesn't-
range
No,
to
no, no,
range.
that doesn't. Oh, wait, it does. Wait, where it is?
It should tell you
Like,
what
if
your
you look-
range is, but
This is this my range says 40 feet to 120 feet is what it says.
okay. That if that's your range, then it has to be between 40 and 120 feet.
Okay, got it. So that means I cannot attack at this range with this revolver because I'm too close.
Correct. I mean,
Gotcha.
since you're
That's all I
new,
need to
if you
know.
really want to backtrack your movement, I'd let you here, but unless you got something else.
That's all right. We're
Okay.
gonna no, that's all right. We're gonna roll with
Quick
what we got.
question.
I'm gonna hit.
What?
Yep.
How sure are we about that? Because like it mentions on like, because I've got bows and he's got revolvers, so like we both use ammunition. But the only numbers on here don't mention feet at all. The only numbers on here would correlate to how much ammo we can carry. Like, admittedly, it says range and then in brackets, but like,
Mine says nothing about how much ammo I can carry.
Okay.
Do you think that's maybe like the proficient range at which you use it, like an effective range, and then you could still use
Probably.
it at like minimum
Just rolling
range?
for disadvantage.
Yeah,
that's what I would
a
think.
lot better.
But like, at the same time, I'm also thinking like, because as King said, if it says feet next to it, that's how far it can actually reach.
Let me see if I
Yeah.
can find...
But next to our numbers on the ranged weapons, it has 2 numbers, but neither of them have feet next to it, which has led me to believe that that's potentially our ammo counter that we've had to keep track of ourselves.
Well, what I'm
Random
getting at is
range.
there's a thing above it that literally says range. It's the range column. So if it
That-
says...
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I
that's what
mean.
I'm looking into, but it's also in the notes column where the other weapons don't have that in their notes columns. Like the numbers are the exact same in both.
Yeah, but so I have a ranged attack that does not use ammo at all. It's a magic attack, and mine still has that range meter of like 90 feet, and in parentheses that gray number of like 300
That's
feet.
so weird.
That is kind of weird.
So I think it's a matter of like how, like in what range you can actually effectively use the weapon. I mean, if I can,
yeah, the daggers are the same actually, but my Ray of Frost cantrip, which is similar to what you said, it doesn't have that.
Okay, it is a little kind of a spotty thing.
I mean, honestly, I was just what I was wanting to do is because I have 2 attacks per action. I was gonna like hit it with my dagger and then shoot it with the revolver.
Right.
That's what I was gonna do.
wouldn't
But if I can't use the revolver in that range, then I don't want to do
Right.
that.
I guess maybe I'll change it. I care more about limits rather than minimal.
Right.
So if you want, we can negate the first number and just say it has a maximum range, because I mean,
Okay.
it's a gun. What's going to happen if you
Yeah.
shoot it when you're right next to something or not? So tell you what.
It fucking
That's a good
phases
point.
out of reality.
Well, that's what
a
I'm
good
getting
point.
at. Like, I'll for the sake of making things a little simpler on all of us, we'll just negate a minimal range requirement, and I'll
Okay.
just say whatever the maximum range is, that's how far you can shoot from. If you exceed that, it's gonna miss for sure, kind of thing. Okay.
Okay,
Awesome.
I like the sound of that.
From this distance, you can just blast it like dead on if you want. So-
Fantastic. I'm
yeah,
going
I like
to,
the sound of that.
Then at that point, we're gonna be fucking flashy as hell, and I want my first action to be slicing it with my dagger.
Okay, so remember, you have disadvantage on your roll, which means you have to roll twice and take the lower number.
Oh,
Okay,
guys,
got it. Well, my
sorry.
first one was an what?
You go first. You go first. I think I found something that details it, but you go first.
Okay. Well, my first roll was an 8, and my second roll was a 24.
Oh, so you have to take the lower of it. So you have
Yep.
to take an 8,
Fair
and
enough.
that actually just misses.
Fair enough.
Oh, shit.
You're welcome to try again
Um,
with the gunshot now.
Yep, I guess that's really what I got. First one is a 23. Second one is a 12.
That hits. So no matter
Fantastic.
what, you hit the gunshot, or you hit your shot. So
We'll take it.
so yeah, roll
Alright.
for damage.
All right. My damage was 10. Yeah, 10 ranged.
Okay. So you run up to the monster, you take a swing at it, but you're a little overzealous and you overshot it. It rears back, laughing, and as it's laughing, you just pull out, slap you cock it and fire almost at the exact same moment, blasting a hole through its cheek, instantly cutting off its laughter.
I like it.
And you do that 10 damage. Okay.
What he done?
Alright, so what was you gonna say, Sketchy?
Yeah, go ahead, Sketchy. I'm
Right. So this guy says now. This, it should be mentioned, this is Dungeons and Dragons 5e. If there's any difference between that
That's what
and
we're playing.
I
Beyond,
think we are playing 5e, yeah.
That is it? Okay, right. So this guy here says here, right? There are 2 key things to draw out of here. Firstly, there are 2 numbers. The first number is the weapon's normal range in feet. The second number indicates the weapon's longest range. Secondly, the consequence of... hang on, When attacking a target beyond the normal range, you have disadvantage on attack roll.
Oh, okay. So up to 100, say like I was using my longbow, up to 150 feet, I would just roll normally. But if I wanted to go for the 600 feet attacks, I would need to roll with disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, so we don't really need to change anything then.
That
Yeah,
makes
you-
a ton of sense.
Yeah,
because my
it-
lightning launcher is like at a maximum of 300 feet. It's like, there's no way I'm rolling at 300 feet for
Yeah.
advantage. Like, no way.
Yeah. Okay, so you would have rolled with disadvantage either way then because you're up close and
Fair enough, 'cause
personal.
I'm-
But you
Yep.
were already blinded, so I'm not going to give you extra disadvantage. It doesn't work that way. So
I was gonna
so
say.
you still got it. Best part of tabletop is reading everything. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So anyway, so yeah, everything's fine. You still do the damage. You're good. So now we know for next time. So
Fantastic.
you roll for disadvantage if you're too close or too far. That's how we'll rule it.
Just
You
as a
guys are doing
reference,
research.
Yeah.
it's fine. Just for reference, there's a graph in the thing. Let me see if I can get a better photo.
Well, good job,
Nice
Skip.
job.
That's sort of how it
Loser.
works.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not a crowd. I just
Drop your memes, you fucking
Tell you what,
pants.
while you're doing that, I'm
Research-
gonna go with the rest of the NPCs. So the captain, he's gonna go. He's gonna just keep slicing into this guy. That's a 15 that'll hit, and that he rolled a natural 20.
Wow.
So that's gonna hit. So that's 2 hits. So the first one, we're gonna do the simple one first. Is just 1d10 plus 4. So that'll be 11. 11 slashing. And then the other one has to be 2d10 plus 4. So that one is 14. So that's 25 damage total. So just with his blade again, his glaive, he actually carves an X into it and splurts the creature open. Yeah, I'll use that word. I'm feeling kinky with it.
Flirting.
Okay, so that is
English language around yourself. Sure, why not?
that is 25 slashing damage.
The
His
DM, I can do what I want.
his echo is going to just try and shoot with its crossbow again. It's a magical crossbow. That time it got a 18, so that's gonna hit. What does the echo shoot with? I guess it just does what he does. Yeah, it has the same damage. Okay, so cool. All right, so it does 1d6 plus. Holy shit! All right, 1d6.
How bad
plus
is it looking?
So that's 4 plus. That's 4 piercing, and then I need 4d10 poison damage.
Ooh, shit.
Oh my god! And it rolled double 10s. Okay, so that's
Jesus Christ.
10, okay, so that's 20 plus. So that's 26, and then what did he roll? He rolled 4. So that's 30 damage total. So it's gonna fire this arrow into the creature. The poison takes massive effect. It takes 30 damage total. This creature is like a sneeze away from death. This one here.
Ooh.
So
Quick, someone get him some
damn.
McDonald's Sprite.
Yes.
all right, the Drow guard, he's just gonna come up over here, and he is going to attack, and he is going to. No, he rolled a 9. That just hits. On the mouther here. What does he do? I wish I knew. Spear 1. Piercing damage. Okay, he's gonna use both hands this time, so that's a D8 instead of a D6. 4 damage, but still he runs up, pierces it in the back, its eyes whirling around in anger. 4 piercing. That one's not looking too good either. A lot of these guys are, they're hurting. I wish I could
Hits
do...
damage.
You know what would be nice if I could do math? That'd be cool. Alright, cool.
Same.
Yeah, next up, Piggy Dippin'. What you doing, cutie?
Oh shit.
It's been homoerotic.
And
How long are your campaigns, and is there a sign-up sheet, lol? I appreciate.
how long are they? Yes. Sign-up sheet. Yeah, here's the link.
Actually, I do have a sign-up sheet that I could send you if you want. I will remember to message you that at the end, just so. But I appreciate that. I don't have it on hand, but I can give that to you. Lengthwise, we're not entirely sure. We're going at least from levels 3 to 12, and they're only level 5, so it's going to go on for a while. We just kind of started, but I'm definitely going to keep doing these campaigns. So, and anyone is welcome to play if they have an interest. So I will.
Can I keep playing with you?
Yeah, Kieran. You have to fill out the form again, though. I'm just kidding.
You know, I'll fill it out again, please.
Okay.
You also have the tier 3 sub.
Fuck.
Ooh, No, I'm not gonna charge people to play. I mean, if you happen to tier 3 sub, I'm not gonna stop you. But,
If I tier 3 sub, will that give me higher chances of participating again?
maybe because I'm a money-hungry whore, then yeah.
Damn it.
So yeah.
Money hungry, yes.
But that's not like in the
More
description.
actually.
It's like that text that you have to blow up because it's like 0.5 size font. So. Anyway, all right. No, I'm not gonna charge people, but yeah, there is technically a sign-up sheet. So we'll see how long this campaign goes. Who knows? Maybe I'll be so into it, I'll just start up 2 and have 2 going at the same time and have no life besides that. Decide to play.
I don't have a
How
life.
often do you stream? Right now we just do D&D Sundays, but
Yeah.
once in a while during the week, I'll play like Dead by Daylight or something as well. But the D&D is only once a week, so my friends can enjoy their lives otherwise. So, all right. Sorry.
Oh my God, he's so goddamn cool!
Derp McShadow. Thank you for being a cool person and following. Sorry, I keep getting distracted, people.
Yeah.
I have people
Oh, you
engaging.
play.
I get excited.
Wow.
I'm sorry. All
Oh
right.
no, we get it. He's super popular. No, we
I'm
get
gonna
it.
start
we get it,
talking
we
to
get
my
it.
non-active chat. Anyway, chat, how are you all doing today? My balls itch. How are you all doing?
All right, Piggy Dippin', I'm sorry. What are you doing?
Don't talk to us. Thank you, Dyer. Dickhead.
I'm sweating.
All right, keep going.
Dyer, what are you doing? It's your turn.
Sweet. Let me pull up my stuff. Alright, I'll
my
probably just
God.
do just 2 axe swings again.
All right, you're hitting this guy up here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's pissing me off pretty bad.
Oh, Demon, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. Thank you very much. That's very
Big
kind.
sex.
Wow.
All right, Dyer, roll for hit.
Wow.
Yes, please roll, Dyer. I keep my chat's being very friendly today, so.
Getting paid too much, Dara. I keep getting distracted.
I couldn't hear you over the sound of people donating and giving you money.
What a great problem to have.
Imagine, right?
Also, okay, I'm not gonna use it, but I was looking at my features and traits, and I do have a frenzy trait.
Oh,
Do
I'm
you want me to like read what that says? or
Yeah,
something?
go ahead. Now you have to let me in. I probably will now. Oh my god.
While raging, you can choose to frenzy.
I love this
Make
game.
a single melee weapon attack as a bonus action.
So you get another
Okay.
one now?
Yeah, I'm not going to use it. I'm just letting you know
Oh.
I have frenzy. And then, but it says when your rage ends, you suffer 1 level of exhaustion. I don't know where I would put exhaustion level.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that goes. I normally don't do exhaustion. I just kind of keep track of it, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. So.
Because like I even on the webpage, like there's like a fucking little slots to like click for my rage for like the long rest. I don't do that because it's confusing. I just write it down on my notepad.
Yeah, no, and you could do that too. You just kind of like.
I don't know how it works.
Exhaustion. Whenever you get a level of it, they add up, and so I think it's like 1 to 7. And as you gain more of it, but with that, like when you rest, it goes away. And you guys, I kind of have you guys rest a lot anyway, so I don't really worry about that too much. But what would basically happen is, like, once you get, like, 3 or 4, you start to have, like, debuffs in battle. And then if you get all the way to 7, you basically die of exhaustion. But that's kind of lame, so I normally don't run off that. Is this 3.5? No, it's 5e, actually. I'm just very homebrewish with my stuff. Alright, so, anyway, you can ignore the exhaustion. Just do what you were gonna do otherwise.
Alright, so I'll just do, for both my actions, just an axe swing for each one of them.
Okay, so, roll the hit for me.
Alright, 25.
That's a hit. Damn, you roll high.
Yeah. And then
Can I get some of that, please?
Yeah, he rolls really small.
Alright, and then, so yeah, that damage is 14.
Okay.
So for this DC, 22.
That's also a hit. Hang on, I'm doing math here. Okay.
And then this damage is 9.
9, okay. Alright, so, you're raging, you're hungry for more. This time you don't even slash at it, you just drive the axe deep inside, seeping it as far as it'll go, pulling it out, slamming it back in, and ripping it out. You see the flesh coming off with the axe now. This one's not
See
looking,
the
this one's
flesh
hurting
coming.
hard too.
Yeah, I sure hope it does.
Yeah, we're doing 5e with King Spin on it because I like being creative and manipulative.
Also,
Alright.
it's fine. Like, I'll start doing it now, but I literally just, like, forgot, even though it's like in my notes. When my rage is going, I get +2 on melee. Don't bother adding it now, because
Okay.
you know I forgot, but I'll remember now.
Well, I could do it this turn because I know what you dealt already, so I'll.
If you're okay with that, but I'll remember now that I get the +2.
Okay. I'll
It probably
take
just like.
Doesn't it
it's probably
automatically
really-
add it or no?
I don't mark anything with the rage.
Oh,
If, like
okay.
that's gonna affect like the dice rolls on the website, so I'll just remember it myself now.
Because I believe if you turn, I don't know if there's like an on-off button for your rage. Because if you just turn it on, then it would probably do that for you. But it's fine if you want to do it that way.
All I see under rage in my actions is like 3 checkboxes / long rest.
Yeah, that's how many times you can use it per long rest.
Yeah, I have yet to see like a box to like turn on.
Turn on.
rage,
Okay,
but
that's fine. Then
but
just
I wrote it down.
yeah, as long as you just keep that note and add that too, and then just tell me the total damage, then that's how we'll do it.
Yeah,
yeah.
and then like it's only for melee, so like my acid would not be affected.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wrote that down too.
Okay, so now it is the Mouthers' turn. They're oh, someone's playing sexy sax for some bits. King spin. I'm gonna spin. Yeah. I can't. My chords are gonna get messed up. I'll half spin. Whee! And I get choked by my chord. Okay. Thanks for the sexy sax. It's kind of a good time for it, but all right. Mouther time. All right. So we're going down. We're gonna go just across the board. So down in the corner here, Jace. You shot this guy in the mouth. He's
Did indeed.
he's not too happy about that.
Yeah,
So he's gonna try and bite you.
Oh shit.
So that that's 19 plus 2. So I assume that's a hit.
Really?
So since he has a lot of mouths, I don't know if you remember, that's 5d6.
Fuck.
Maybe he'll roll low. Oh god, that one went off the table. Okay. All right, so let's see.
We'll call that one a
I'll re-roll
natural
it.
20.
Yeah, you're calling natural 20. Okay, he rolled kind of low. Let's see. So that's 3. 6. All right, so that's 11 piercing damage.
All right.
So he just swarms you with his mouth. You feel it in your arms and your legs as it pulls back, taking a little chunk of your skin with it.
Shit, I didn't mean to do
No,
that.
no, no, no. You said this was 5e with the king spin. Either you're delayed or I'm slow. Either way, that was pretty hilarious. Oh, okay, yeah, it's the kingly spin on 5e, yeah. All right, so that's his turn. Next up, guy in the middle. Now he's just gonna attack the Dro guard because, you know, why not, right? I wish I could do math. Okay, so that's 16 plus 2. So, and yeah, that's enough. 5d6.
Kieran, that's outdated. They're all the same color.
That's 10, 12, 18, 23 piercing damage. Yeah, this guy's nothing but some messed up limbs now. It just devours that guy's limb, rips him into pieces. He doesn't even get enough time to scream as it just gouges his throat with a mouth.
So is he dead or alive?
No, he's dead, yeah.
Yeah, I think,
Did you not see
I
me
mean-
delete him off the face of the board?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, look, he might be gone from the board, but he's still there in my heart, okay?
All right, big guy up top. He's going to take a chunk out of Piggy Dipping here. Maybe. That's, wow, I'm rolling really well today. All right, that's 18
Hold on,
plus
I'm already
2.
missing half my tail,
Yep.
Don.
Yep, that's a 20, so that's 5d6 again. For the record, I am not fudging any dice rolls. This is just happening. So, all right.
Good luck, prick.
Let's see. That is 3, 7. That is.
We need to find a wizard that can bend reality, so we can just have our characters kick the DM's ass.
Hey, you guys wanted this, okay? You wanted me to make it harder,
You're
right?
right.
You wanted it
Yes, sir,
harder.
we did.
All right, so that's 13 piercing reduced down to, you round down, so 6. Yeah, so that's 6 piercing damage to you, Piggy Dippin', because you have reduced.
6 piercing?
Yes.
Alright,
So
sick.
he takes some bite, but your scales kind of negate some of the damage since you're a little physically armored. All right, this guy, he's just gonna go after the captain because why not? I gotta keep hitting my music button because it's going on so long. All right, he's gonna roll. He is gonna. That's another 18, so he gets 5d6. Yay! I love when I roll high. This is fun. That actually just hits too. Captain's beefy. All right. Holy piss in my
Picks
butt.
are
Swear to God,
Didn't
if he
happen.
fucking dies.
All right, so that's 5, 10. That's another 13. And this guy, does he get resistance? No, he gets no resistance. So that's just 13 straight piercing. But unlike his guards who just died immediately, this guy tanks it. Like, the thing bites him in several places, ripping the flesh with its mouths, and he just kind of grits his teeth. He's not having any. And last but certainly not least, don't worry, Artorias, this guy didn't forget about you. But luckily for you, he rolled a nat 2 plus 2, so that's 4. So he just fucking misses again. This guy keeps missing, so you're fine there.
Joy wishes he had my rolls.
That's facts. I wish I had all of your rolls.
All right,
Alright, man. Luck will come back, man.
Macintosh, it is your turn now. What you gonna do?
All right, I'm gonna target the enemy that's like right by the captain.
That guy there?
Yep. I
Okay.
roll 26.
That's a hit.
And then damage 5.
All right, and with that, you fire an arrow. It shoots into the creature, and it just shoots up and shoots down and melts into black gunk.
Fucking perfect.
But keep in mind that your action can only be your 2 attacks can only be used on 1 target.
Oh, really?
Yes, I believe that is the rule. So when you use your action to attack something, you can only use your 2 on that. You can't swap to another enemy.
Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine
So
then.
that is your action.
Yep, that's perfectly fine.
Unless you want to use a bonus action or anything.
Let me have a look what I got in terms of bonus actions. Do
Do you have like dual wielding, Kieran? You can follow it up with like throwing a dagger or something, maybe.
No, but I can't attack something else, unfortunately. Give me just a second. I'm just having a look through some shit to see what I can find. Sorry.
This music kicks ass for this. I know you guys can't hear it, but the people... By the way, anybody watching Kieran's Dead stream, if you want to come over to mine, we got music here.
Wow, cunt.
I'm just
my
kidding.
God.
So mean, you know, because of that, I'm not gonna say that I like D&D anymore.
No,
End of
Kieran!
turn there.
I need the credibility!
No, I'm heartbroken. Look, you know what? I am enjoying D&D a slight bit less now.
I'm sorry.
Kieran, your tongue feels so good in my.
I had to make the joke. Lasagna Nipples is back, guys!
Welcome back, Lasagna Nipples.
Let's
Hello, how are you? I'm doing good, Lasagna Nipples. How are you? I hope you're having a good time. What's
your
his
nipples?
stream? It's Kieran Games X105. That's his shit stream.
You don't need to worry about that. Yeah.
I'm just kidding, Kieran. Kieran's a cool guy. Yeah. Well, when we play D&D, watch my stream, and then when Kieran plays literally any other game, go watch his stream because he's cool dude.
Yakuza.
Nah, King needs
Right,
the views more. Thanks, Dyer.
So, if King needs to views more, everyone watching King, don't forget you can download Yakuza 0 off Game Pass today.
Piss off with that.
Still
No one
waiting on the
uses Xbox Game
Would
Pass.
you like
so
a
shut
chocolate
up.
I
muffin?
fucking love
Sure.
Game Pass.
I'd take
Game
a chocolate
Pass is brilliant.
All right. Top of the round, bitches. Let me mark these guys off the board. Okay, so Artorias, it is your turn again. What will you do?
So very simple.
Mhm.
I literally just want to. Actually, right. Okay, I'll attack this guy. Right. So I'm gonna
Okay.
roll to hit.
Okay. Roll
And
for
I
me,
got a
daddy.
20.
Sorry. Huh?
I got
Huh?
a 12 plus 8.
Yeah, that's good. That's a hit.
And then the damage was a 9.
All right.
Do I kill him with that? Because I want to know what I want to do with the next action. Or can
No,
you
that's just a good little slice across his upper jaw there.
Jesus,
Juggler.
these guys are beefy. You weren't kidding when you said you made it harder.
Oh yeah, we chose some good monsters here.
Oh, sorry. Wrong
Oh,
weapon.
you are a grower.
Um,
Full form, I love it.
so I got a 12. I got a 12 for the hit,
Oh, you're doing it again? That's a hit. Yep.
and for the damage, I got a 10.
Okay, I will keep track. That still doesn't kill him, but this guy's looking pretty winded now too. There, other than the far guy here, the other 3 are looking pretty, a sight for sore eyes.
Oh,
So
good.
yeah,
Don't worry, I'll take
you
care
just
of that soon.
okay. You pull out your daggers and you shoot him in and pull him out, shooting out more blood. This creature, there was as you guys could tell, they have low armor, high health. I mean, it's kind of
I'm counting on a full metal jacket, Jace.
any fucking time, sweetheart. Sorry, I like that word. All right, just that scene. All right, moving on. Jace, you are no longer blinded. It is your turn.
Hell yeah, this dude is about to get a face full of lightning launcher.
Okay.
That.
Come.
So,
hit
is that a
DC.
DC for me, or are you just rolling to hit?
I'm rolling to hit right now.
Okay.
23.
That's a hit.
And that is 10 lightning damage.
Okay.
Shit.
Is that? Do you have like? What do you shoot it out of, so I can describe this properly, or does it just come out of your hands?
The lightning launcher is a gem-like node, appears on either my fist or my chest. I'm gonna have it come out of my chest.
Okay.
And
Iron Man.
Comes out his dick hole.
yep, it deals 1 point. It deals 1d6, and then it says
look
it
like
also
those
says
bots.
once on. It also says once on each of your turns when you hit a creature with it, you can deal an extra 1d6 lightning damage to that target. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Well, that's what. You're hitting a creature with it. And it's once per turn, so you can do 1d6 extra if you want.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
When
Fuck
would
yeah.
it be twice per turn? Like, out of curiosity. Like, is there any way you can cast like the same like a spell twice in a turn? Kind of like.
It's theoretically possible. If you combine classes, you can get an ability called Action Surge, which gives you another action, basically.
Well, this doesn't count
okay.
as a. Does this count as a spell? I don't even know if it's a spell.
Yeah, it
necessarily.
sounds.
Do you have a spell slot for it? At the
No, it's in there.
next to it, it should have like little dots or little like squares that you would fill in if you click cast or something.
No, I don't see that at all.
Then it's probably just your base magic ability. So that's 10. And then if it's once per turn, then you can do the extra d6 if you want.
Fuck it, we're doing it.
Yeah, just go ahead. I'll allow it.
Yeah, for fuck's sake. All right, well, it's another 5.
No, that's good. All right. Let me. Okay. So yeah. You bring your arms together, your chest pulsates, and then it shoots out this little yellow electrical stream that just zaps this creature, scorching it. And you see the black sear marks across it, and then you see a little electrical jolt after that does the extra bit of damage. Now all of them are looking pretty rough, so that's good.
yeah.
I'm proud of you guys. You're getting through this. All right, that is your turn. Next up is the Drow Captain, the only one still standing. He's actually just gonna run to the guy in the middle and try and distract him. And he is going to attempt to attack with his glaive. That is, what is that? That's plus. Oh man, that's plus 7. That's a 25. That's a hit. What's the other one? Okay, that one. Okay, that's not enough. So okay, he gets 1 this time. 1d10 plus 4. So that's 8. And I'm trying to do, which guy is this? Okay. So he runs up and he just slashes this creature in the back. His little guy's gonna shoot his crossbow, and that's gonna miss. So we're fine there. When does the echo go away? Last 1 minute, so we're good here. Okay. Next up is Picky Dippin'.
Oh, it's dead.
Sweet. Alright. This fucking jackass still isn't fucking dead? One in front of me?
Nope. Only
Fucking
one has
bitch.
died so far. Yeah, screw you, bitch! You should be dead by now. What the hell? Sorcery points for spells. Smile. Thank you.
Alright, let me see. Yeah, I'm doing fucking health-wise.
Alright.
I'll just, I'll still...
2 more attacks.
Yep, I'll still continue my rage, because this will be the 3rd turn out of 10 with it.
Okay.
Sweet. Wait,
Why'd I
get
say
that
it
hit DC going.
Okay.
Because you're the DM.
11?
That's a hit. Yeah.
It is? Okay.
Yep.
If you say so.
I made the rules when I started this combat. Yeah, that sadly hits.
Alright, and damage is 13. I just added it myself and all.
Okay, 13 damage. He is in critical condition.
Ah, sweet.
You got another one, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I want to do a great axe or a melee or like unarmed strike real quick. Yeah, since he's almost dead, I want to get kind of cocky and start wailing on him just with my bare hands with an
Okay.
unarmed strike.
All right.
Hit DC.
Fist
20.
fuck his throat hole.
Hit DC 20.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that hits.
I sure hope it does. And then damage 7.
All right, with one great axe swing, you cleave off a chunk of this creature. It struggles to build up its form again, and then you just go ham, and you just beat the shit out of it until it just falls over. It's still dead, and you guys just watching horrors. Piggy Dipping keeps punching this thing. It turns into like red jelly before just dissolving into the black goo, as all demonic creatures do.
I think you got it, man. You want some of this? No. Yes.
You want some? Yeah, you guys noticed Piggy Dipping licking
what
his
he's
knuckles
having.
clean. All right, that was horrifying. All right, but now it's time for everybody's favorite part. Oh, I'm sorry, just my favorite part. It's the Mouther's turn. This guy, he's gonna slink around Jason, try and like get up behind you, cut you off at a different angle, and he is going to try and take a bite at you. Yeah, nope, that's a miss. Never mind, I lied. So you're fine. He tries to bite you, and you're able to backstep away. Now this guy, he's had enough of his friends being shot at. He's going to just like melt his way up and over onto the ledge here. He don't like you, Macintosh. He's just gonna try and eat you, and that is 17 plus 2. That's 19 to hit. So that's for sure a hit.
Go on,
that
deal
is-
some damage. I fucking want you to, cunt.
You want it? You want 5d6, baby?
Yeah!
All right. Ooh. All right. Let's see. That is.
Kieran has a name.
That is 6. That is 16 piercing damage, as it just shoots up over the ledge, grabs you by the legs, comes up and chomps you right in the gut, taking a chunk out of your fat. Probably helping you lose some weight, but it hurt like hell.
Wow. Okay.
Just fat shame?
Whoa.
Well, I didn't
I'll have you
I didn't
know.
say it was good weight loss. I just said he took, because he eat you in the stomach. He took your body fat with it, so you could have barely any
I'll
body
have
fat and
you-
still lose some weight.
I'll have you know that Macintosh is a lean, mean, elven machine.
Well, then he ate your muscles, so you still lost weight because muscle weighs more than fat. Ooh. All right. So that's not a diss. All right, and this last guy is going to. Karen, you're not fat. You're glorious. All right, this last guy is going to attack Torius again. He's tired of missing. He's going to roll 17, so you know what that means. It's nice and raw. It's 19, which means I finally get to attack Artorius, which makes me cream my pants. All right, he's just gonna try and eat you, and you're gonna have to let him. Ooh, baby.
Oh, how much?
Ooh, baby, that's 18 points of piercing damage.
Jeez.
As he shoots around the side of the wall, you try and duck it, but it comes down and takes some bites out of you, just pouring itself onto you. You struggle to get out as it just claws its way through your flesh.
Well, that's so much for my temporary health. Okay.
Yeah, remember you guys. Make
Right.
sure you guys dock that temp HP before anything else. So,
Yep.
It does it by default.
well, good for you, fancy pants.
Okay.
Okay then. Last but not least, it is Macintosh's turn.
Well, I've just been chewed on by this fucker.
I just
So,
scratched
of
myself. I got
course-
way too into this.
So of course I get my fucking short sword at the fucking ready. I roll. I get a fucking 23,
That's a hit.
and I slash his fucking face open with 7 damage.
Yeah, you actually split the sides of one of its lips. So that is 7
Just-
damage. Good job.
Well, fuck you. I'm gonna follow up then with a
Alright.
fucking secondary attack. A
Oh!
fucking 12 damage. A fucking 12 hit DC.
That's still a hit.
And then I fucking slash his cock again with 6 damage.
Okay.
Well, not his actual cock.
They don't
they
have. I mean, you can
cocks.
slice like a tentacle or something if you want.
I'll take it.
Close enough. You slice a tentacle off, blood shooting out. The tentacle actually just falls flat and like begins to like worm around. Yeah, he's as crippled as you can get while still being conscious. So.
Joe
Ricky
Swanson style.
Berwick moment.
All right, top of the round.
Okay.
Artorius, it's your turn again.
So I'm a little pissed off.
Okay. rightfully.
Understandably so.
Of course.
So I would like to try something a little different this time around.
Oh.
I would like to do a. Well, I would like to do a hit, right? So I'm gonna roll for hit on my
Okay.
short sword,
Okay.
and I got a 19 on that.
That's a hit.
All right, now I would like to roll for attack with inspiration.
Okay.
Hang on, let me think.
Yeah, because doesn't inspiration add...
Yeah, it adds
'cause-
to any... I guess it can't... I said it could add to any roll. So, you know
That's
what? Go
you
ahead and
said
do it.
anyway.
So
Right.
that's what... So roll for your damage, and then roll a d10.
Roll for my damage. Right, so for the damage, I got 8.
Okay, so now roll a d10 and add that to it.
A D10.
Yeah.
And roll. I got a 10.
Damn. All right. You yeah.
I fuck with it.
So with your inspiration, so remember to turn off your inspiration. You don't have it anymore.
Yep. Got it.
With your inspiration, so you feel invigorated this time. You grip your sword as tightly as you can. You choke up on that baseball bat, and you bring it up, slice it down. It actually gets stuck partway through, but you just have the urge to jam it deeper in, slicing through this creature. You hear the and it's dead.
Alright, nice.
Inspiration.
Now-
used.
Sexy.
I want to follow that up with a dagger throw to the guy that Kieran is currently fighting.
Damn. All right.
So, for the throw, or for the hit DC, I should say, I got 15.
That's a hit.
And for the damage, I got 7.
Oh my gosh. So after you finish driving your sword through, you do a quick 360, pull out the knife, throwing it forwards. It hits this creature in the side, and it just pops. You get a little black gunk on Macintosh, but I think he's okay with it just to see that bastard die.
Fuck yeah. He chewed on my torso.
Just this isn't gonna be an action. I'm just. Hang on. No, actually, I'll leave it for the end.
Sketchy has to go masturbate now because he killed 2 enemies in 1 turn.
I will. Yes.
Right, singing 5.
And you blame me? I'm nerding.
Hey, yo, to
He's
play
nerding,
a goblin player
splurring.
with a bonk bat would be the dream. He wants to play a baseball character. Okay.
All
right.
I didn't want to ask because I was too enthralled. But where the fuck did I get the baseball bat from?
No, I'm just saying you choked up on your sword. That's what I'm getting at.
Ah, right. Okay.
All right, Jace, it is your turn.
Yay. Alright, well, in that case... I want to cast my Thunderwave spell.
Ooh, all right.
My Thunderwave spell is... let's see. It says a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 and is pushed 10 feet away from you. And if on a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
Okay, so let me make that Constitution saving throw. So I roll that. I got 11 plus 3, so that's a 14. What's your
Okay.
save DC?
What is it?
So it
I'm
should
looking
okay, so at the top of that big box, it should have like spell attack and spell DC, or like DC, whatever that number is.
Oh, I see hit/DC. Is that what I'm looking for?
It should be at the top of the big box. I can actually pull up my character here.
Oh, save DC is 15.
Oh, you under your spells?
Yeah.
Save DC.
Mhm,
Okay,
yep.
15.
15.
All right. I have that as a reference in case. So with a 15, with a 14, that means he fails. So yeah, roll for damage. He'll take that full damage.
14.
14. Okay, so hang on, let me do that first. So okay, so bringing in together and stretching your arms out, you shoot out the electrical sonic boom. It nails this creature. You see like an invisible force shoot through its like stomach area, blasting it back 10 feet as well, and it takes the damage. It's rocked. Its eyeballs are wiggling all over the place.
Wiggle.
So that is your turn. Captain's turn. He's gonna run up behind it. He's gonna take his swings at it. That's 50. What is that? No, that's 20. That's a hit. And that's an 11. That's a hit. So he gets both of those. I'm just gonna roll 2d10 here because that's 2 attacks. So that is 11, 6. I gotta do math here. What's 11 and 6?
17.
17, yeah. Sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought. I have to add them separately. So yeah, he runs up, slicing across the back. That's 17. His vision, the echo's gonna go. It gets it too. Let's roll. All right. So yeah, that's actually enough there. So The captain runs up, 2 slices in the back. As the creature turns around to retort, his echo fires 1 more bolt to the top of its head, and it pops. And the red turning to black gunk as it just dissolves away. And with the captain just turning his back, because cool guys don't look at explosions. And the echo will vanish. And with that, congratulations. Hey, thanks for checking out my video. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed. It does help it perform better. You guys won that one. So.
Woo!
Very proud of
Nice.
us. Pat on the back all
Before I
around.
forget, I'm gonna go fetch my
Hell
dagger.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, you retrieve your dagger.
Because I will forget.
Where'd my dagger go?
All right, that's one of the best combats I think I've had in a long time. So
That was fun. It was so much fun.
good.
Wait.
I'm glad.
I'm just gonna ask this before. Are we gonna still be talking with that captain that cast the echo?
If you want.
Alright,
Okay.
good.
That's fine, cause I would like to see if I can take notes of. I want to pay him for lessons for that echo spell.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, first you can run up and you guys got to talk to him. So, let me.
So,
Okay. So, the alarms stop after 5 minutes, signaling that the danger has been quelled. The uneasy calm of daily life in Baxozzan resumes. The monsters that attacked other parts of town have been handled by Aurora Watch soldiers. So as you 4 gather together, a bit wary, trying to use some cloth and such to bandage up your wounds, he actually pulls out a little bag. There's not much medicine or anything in there, but there is some various gauzes that you use to wrap yourselves up and stop any continuous bleeding. So this large drow with a very, very sullen and intense expression introduces himself. My name is Varen Thelis. I am the leader of Baxozzan, and I must apologize for your arrival was not in good spirits. It seems I was prepared to defend you, and you are the ones who defended me.
No biggie. I gotta be honest, I think your guards are a bit worse for wear, but you know, at least you're alright.
You see the one severed arm with a finger still twitching as you sit down. Yeah.
Yeah, they've seen better days.
Oh shit, I can't do the thing. Alright. Well, we'll find out.
boy. I'm gonna flip Kieran 5 gold as well.
But you're giving him gold?
I'm giving him 5 gold.
Oh, you're offering him 5 gold?
Yep.
I will take 5 gold because I'm a whore.
Yeah, Varen, yeah, you were saying his name. I thought you said Kieran for a second. What are you doing there?
Just a little prerequisite, you know? Nothing much to worry about.
Oh my god.
Don't worry about it.
He looks at it for a second. Normally I do not take tips, but for the sake of...
No, I was talking about Kieran.
Oh, you were giving it to Kieran.
I was giving it to Kieran.
I don't know who you're talking to. What the fuck?
He said,
All right.
Kieran.
I don't... Okay, fine. Give Kieran the gold then. Why are you giving him gold?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm not...
Just a little favor.
Okay.
Ugh, you prick.
Okay, so you give him
Thanks
the
for the
gold.
5 gold.
Cheers, man. I'm not exactly lacking in it.
So now's your guys'
Fucking
chance to. So as I'm just gonna tell you now, as you recall, Varen was the name that the guard at the walls gave you to direct any questions you had about the city to.
Yeah.
So you can talk to him if you want. I'm giving you this opportunity.
Yeah. Just give me a second. I'm scratching my fucking back. Give me a second. My back hurts.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was supposed to scratch your back and you scratch my back, huh?
You know what? That works as well.
Okay.
What? No oil?
All right.
Hey, you
Well.
there.
So, Varen, we were told that we could come ask you some questions if we needed to.
I should be checking on my men soon, but I can give you a few minutes of my time should you so need it.
Well, we were told to come here. Well, we came a fairly long journey. I'm gonna be real. We lost our cat. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing, but we found this amulet.
Are you
And
gonna show it to him, or?
oh yeah, I'm gonna show it to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep a firm grasp on it, so he can't exactly nab it, just in case, like, you know, it's like
Firmly
the one ring
grasp
where
it
they,
in your hand.
grasp
That's
just
what
in case it's like, you know, the one ring where, like, just looking at it makes you go, ooh, fucking visions and shit.
Okay. So you're gonna.
Like, you know, I shot. Yeah. But when I found this, I saw visions of, well, a warrior from the time of the calamity. He's trapped and he's asking for help. I'm wondering if you had any leads on this.
I would need more information. Who did this being state a name or a purpose?
I would like to roll a...
Roll intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Roll straight intelligence
take
for memory,
notes.
unless anybody else can remember it.
18.
That's good enough. His name was Elixian the Apothian.
We
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
forgetting
And,
this motherfucker's name.
And this
And
is the
he's
guy
meant to
your
be
whole
so
adventure is
fucking
based
important.
on. Yeah.
Right. Hang on. Can you do like a last time on King's D&D stream, like at the start of every single one?
That's what I did. This first
He
this
did,
time.
but he just didn't
You
mention the
did.
name.
I didn't know I fucking had to. Fine. On their quest to
hang on.
find Elixian the Apothian.
Right,
Thank you.
I'm gonna write that down. Like
Please do.
just
Go ahead,
Just
yeah.
I will forget it.
I fully.
Oh, I do have his name
Yeah.
written down in my notes. I didn't need to roll that.
Oh, you bitch. Well, you rolled anyway. So yeah, Elixian the Apothian. So that's the name.
With an I or an E.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes. Elixian is with an I. Apothian is with an E.
Oh.
Yeah, so the warrior's name was Elixian. He looked, well, as if he was meant to be fighting during the calamity. And he was kind of strung up by what looked like red vines.
Red vines, you say? Everyone knows, at least loosely, of the Apothian, the savior of the calamity, the one who brought the divine beings the rightful glory in that war. Much to what happened to him, I do not know, but if you were speaking of red, was it perhaps meaty-looking vines? Then
Precisely. That's exactly what I saw.
that is a mark of a dark demonic substance. I do not know its name, but I understand it is the sign of the betrayer gods, their evil influence. If this vision or memory, whatever it is, contains that, then perhaps once you recover from your harsh battle, you may consider entering the Betrayer's Rise. And he gestures to the top of the hill. You see a giant metal door that looks like it leads inside of a mountain. Up there, the Betrayer's Rise is a cavern and a dungeon of sorts that leads to the Abyss, the dimension of demons. We keep it locked for security purposes, but in recent times, the demonic threat inside has grown stronger, as much to our gibbering mouther friends that we just encountered here. They have begun to leak their way into my city, leaving the people distraught. We fight them back as well as we can, but we are horribly outmatched. Perhaps we can do a bit of business for each other. I will allow you to enter the Betrayer's Rise and give the guards notice of your arrival, in exchange for you wiping out any threats you come across on your way in there.
That sounds like a fair trade.
In addition... Oh, go ahead.
But if we're going to be doing that, I would like to inquire about the services within your city.
You got
Medicine, weaponry, anything that might help, we will happily pay.
Very well. I will give you the information I can, but I must be going here. As he begins to kind of step back, he begins
I would
counting
like
on his fingers what he wants to tell you. Very well. If you let me find the name here. If you head down the road, he gestures towards his right here. If you head down this road here, you will eventually find the infirmary. The various tieflings inside will be happy to accommodate you medically, as well as any information they can about being prepared for the demonic threats. He's like, if you have the time, make your way to my barracks, where you were heading before. The signs will point the way. All my men and weaponry there. Anything that we can make available to you, we shall. Though be warned, resources are limited. And a third point of interest for you, consider going to visit my old friend Prolix. He is the religious man in our town, and although he's a bit off his rocker, he might have some more information inquiring that golden object you hold in your hand.
Dude's name, please. Prolapse.
Prolix!
Close enough.
Oh my
Prolix.
God.
So before we part ways and I visit this man of religion that you speak of, quite an interesting spell you have there.
You
What,
speak to my echo.
I do. Do you put a price on this spell? I seek to add it to my collection.
Well, it is not something that can simply be taught. But, if you are interested, come see me after you survive the Betrayer's Rise, and I will be happy to give any noble hero that can survive such a thing a free lesson in my abilities.
Not a man for gold, I see.
I
Alright.
respect
Have
more
it your
strength
way.
over monetary value, my young friend. Now, if you'll all excuse me, I wish you luck. Oh, and by the way, if you were worried about, did you say you lost something? Someone,
Mutters
perhaps?
under breath.
We lost our
Mutters under
big
breath,
cat.
Tommy bastard.
Well, I do not know much about big cats. However, I do know of a wretched old man, Kelker the Gull. He is a vicious slave owner who his legion runs through my city as well. I simply do not have the manpower to deal with it. If you come across any shady figures, your friend might as well have been taken into the slave trade. Just be warned.
Well, as long as they keep him fed and looked after, we can leave him there for a little while.
Right, okay. What we should do is, like, quite clearly, if we're going down this path, I want to just, like, nobody tell Oatmeal, like, what happened, and the bit is just forgotten about it. It's just, like, if we find him there, gone, please just act like he's
You, like,
legitimately
it's-
forgotten.
Let's do a thing where like we rescue him, but then he marries one of us for a little bit, but we just don't tell him.
He's just dead ass forgotten.
Yes.
Okay,
My
so
kind of D&D
well,
fuckery.
yeah, I feel like that information would be more important to Oatmeal, but he's not here, so
Yeah, so it can't be that important.
So, just for the record, since it might be important, you might want to write down Kelker the Gull. I'm being generous in telling you to write that down now, so
Yes.
Thanks, Dad.
you're welcome, son.
What was the other one? Calcor the Gaul and the religious man? What was he?
Prolix.
Prolix.
Even I remembered that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even bothering with spelling. I'm like, as long as I
Yeah, I put
write down,
prolapse, you religious fella.
as long as I remember how it's pronounced based on the spelling, I don't really care about how it's spelled.
That's fair.
That's fair. All right. So, as you settle down for a moment in the dreary city of Baxozzan, there are a few points of interest you guys can head over to, 4 to be exact. So, where would you like to go first?
Is
I
there
get myself
shop?
bandaged.
So,
Oh, true.
So you guys can head over to. So there's the barracks, the infirmary, the temple, and then eventually the Betrayer's Rise. So
Let's go to the fucking infirmary. I need some help. I don't think you realize, but there seems to be a chunk of my fucking torso missing.
yeah,
Oh,
quite
it's just a
possibly.
fucking flesh wound. Walk it off.
Weirdly
But I'm
enough, I
pussy.
feel like I'm the least damaged. Oddly enough.
Yeah, you're the one of the
Yeah.
squishiest
Stood there.
ones and the least damaged. Yeah,
Yeah,
I could
exactly.
picture Piggy dipping just being like, "Shrug it off, you bunch of pussies," and just shoulder checks you in the spot where you were eaten from. You know?
He's like missing half a spine.
This is the
as well.
spot
It's
that
just
hurts, right?
Yeah. Where does it hurt? Right here. Jabs you with finger. All right. So as you guys begin to make your way down the path that Varen Theseus pointed at, you notice some of the city scenes. Baxozzan is built into the base of a red rust mountain range north of the valley known as the Barbed Fields. The craggy, rocky landscape is mostly devoid of plant life, except for a few scraggly pines and patches of shrub. It was once a thriving mining town, but it was ravaged when explorers awakened a portal to the abyss in the depths of the Betrayer's Rise. Many of the town's buildings were destroyed when the first surge of demons attacked, and the town was hastily converted into a military outpost to hold the demons at bay, hence why the strong military presence. The only structures regularly tended to are the Aurora Watch barracks, most of which are buildings converted from their original purpose. Baxozzan hums with activity. People are cleaning up debris from the last attack, tending to the injured, performing last rites for the dead, repairing fortifications, and preparing for the next incursion. You eventually see an orc soldier to talk to, if you want to. You don't have to. There's,
I don't think I will.
Okay, that's
Happy
fine.
to see it.
He's just kind of like watching over the people. Most of the town's inhabitants are soldiers who understand that their role here is not to defeat the horrors of the Betrayer's Rise, but keep them in check. A dreary drow mother sits in the marketplace, instructing her children on what to do if she dies. Dark enough. You see a large furry bugbear as he fixes the wheelchair of a drow veteran who has lost a leg, both of which have very solemn expressions. A red-faced human rambles drunkenly about how the demons are coming to kill them all, which just fills your half-eaten guts with so much hope. All right.
I'm so happy to be here.
And eventually, you make your way into towards the infirmary. It is a giant white tent, kind of spread over a couple of structures that have been kind of rotted away at, seeming to just protect from the storm if there's any holes in the roof. 3 buildings on the perimeter of the central square have doors marked with a symbol of a hand aligned with a magic, identifying them as places of healing. So I'm assuming you're going to go into one of them.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
I mean, I wouldn't mind some heals.
So you all make your way inside. The walls are lined with shelves that hold old books and medical supplies. The floor is crammed with narrow cots. There's a small office in the back, its doors ajar, and the air reeks of medical supplies. Inside, you find a Drow priest chanting with a young female Drow whose Aurora Watch armor and satchel are stacked nearby. Other wounded patients, most of them asleep, fill the infirmary beds. Taking note of you, the priest leaves her patient's side to greet you. Hello, I am Bathra Dier. I am the priest here who does the healing on the injured. It seems you all have been put through the ringer.
Oh,
One way to put
astute
it.
observation.
No, I just look like this.
I need somebody to give me an intelligence check. Or specifically religion. Do religion, I'll say.
Never mind.
Anyone got
hang
any
on, I
speciality in religion?
might be able to.
My religion.
I got a
is
15.
That just succeeds. You notice
Okay,
a
thank God.
pin.
That's
In,
6.
you notice a pin in the shape of a black wing attached to Bafa's cloak as the holy symbol of Zalisas, a legendary solar.
Zalisauce, I love it.
A legendary being who served as the right hand of Corleon the Arkheart before falling in the Calamity. So she is basically a disciple of an ancient mythical healer.
Groovy. I can't wait to experience these heals.
All right, so she sits you all down, and placing her hands outward, she begins to chant. As a green aura appears from her hands, it slowly and a little awkwardly navigates its way to your various wounds, and you feel it stings at first, but you feel a sense of relief as your skin begins to not necessarily grow back so much, but heal over all the damaged tissue.
Okay.
As she heals you, she softly speaks to you as not to wake the other patients. As a follower of Zalisas, Bathwa, she disapproves of the reclamation efforts in Baxozzan. Though she supports the effort to hold back the forces of the Abyss, she believes the Kryn dynasty's military presence is creating needless casualties with little to show. Nevertheless, she strives to heal and protect those in Baxozzan, and using cure wounds on victims for free, she begins to heal all of you. And she actually, you know what? I'll do this. As you can, I can tell you are mighty adventurers, which means perhaps you have come across a large sense of profit. Should you be interested, and she pulls out what appears to be a spell scroll. The magic casters in your group can identify it.
Any of you fuckers know magic?
Misa.
Yeah,
I don't think I would.
Both Jace and Artorias have can tell what the spell is, or it is a spell scroll of Greater Restoration, which is a very strong healing spell.
Okay.
It has a cost to cast, but she says, we have no funding for our medical supplies. I am offering anyone who can pay it 300 gold for this powerful healing scroll.
Fuck me.
How much?
300 gold?
300 gold for it.
For a healing spell.
Jesus,
Yeah,
nah.
let me double check what Greater
Tell you what, let me go to the toilet real quick and then I'll decide.
Okay.
Bruh.
Well,
I
shit
don't
break.
know.
let me double check
Between
what
the
this
four
does.
of
Here,
us.
I can read to you what it does. So, you imbue a creature you touch with positive energy to undo a debilitating effect. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level or end one of these effects. You can remove a curse, any kind of curse, any kind of physical effect, any effect that reduces hit points, any reduction of your ability scores. It also does some healing, so.
Oh, okay. I was about to
mean,
say,
I'd-
so it's 300 gold and it doesn't even do any healing. I was about to say, well,
Yeah.
put it this way, I have no hope in hell of even paying that.
Well, you'd
Yeah,
have to
I
you'd have to
mean,
pull your money together.
I was gonna say, between the four of us, how much money do we have? Because I personally think my character would love to learn something like that.
I only
you,
got 30,
yeah.
I only got 30 gold.
Like
I've
50.
got 83.
Okay, so
300 though, it may
Yeah,
not
it's
be
just-
worth it. That's very steep. You know what I mean? Is there any way you can heal? You can heal on long rests, can't you, King?
Yes.
Right. You know, like
I'm not.
we-
Yeah,
we
you don't
can-
have to
Yeah,
buy
but
it. I'm
in-
just. This is your
yeah, but
offer.
Yeah,
in-
no,
I'm just saying, but
wondering
in
if-
combat though,
In
it'd be so-
combat,
it'd just be really useful.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, put it this way, like, what kind of? I'm thinking, what kind of status effects are there? So you had blindness, right? Like
I
blasting.
had
thunder.
blindness, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, blindness takes up one of your actions, doesn't it? Or something like that,
It gave him
right?
disadvantage on his rolls.
Yeah.
It gives you
And he
disadvantage.
can't roll for any like ability checks. So
Right.
But it's like, yeah, you would have disadvantage in one turn, right? So yeah, it sucks for you. You wouldn't be able to cast that.
for the record,
but-
it depends on the strength of the ability. That creature only did blindness for one turn. Others could inflict it like for like an hour or something. So I'm just saying as information.
Also, and I'm speaking in character when I say this.
Okay.
Coming across somebody who might be in need of our help when there's no healers nearby, I'd like to do anything that I can to help that person.
Ooh. It's got you there.
I appreciate your need for others, but I'm a man of wealth. I know gold, and I can tell you right now that this is not a deal that I
Like,
believe is worth our needs.
Even pooling all our gold together, would we even afford it?
I'm sure we can barter a price,
Yeah.
but it would leave us with basically nada.
Yeah.
And is that really worth it? It's like, even, I mean, going back to my point earlier, it's like, yeah, sure, blindness will leave you at a disadvantage, but whoever casts that, I'm guessing it's a level 1 spell too, by the way. It's not a cantrip, is it?
Well, for that creature, it was just an ability it could do. Depends. It wasn't
No,
even a spell.
This spell. No, this spell that we're buying. Like,
Oh,
is it
that
a-
spell. Yeah, it's actually. Let me double check. I believe it's
probably
a
not.
it's a 5th level spell slot.
It's a 5th. So, will you even be able to equip it?
I believe
That's-
I'm
it's-
not sure you will.
I guess what I would do is if you technically here's what a spell scroll does. It activates the spell like immediately without charging a spell slot. It doesn't necessarily teach you as it just contains the spell in it, but it'll permanently cure someone of some kind of permanent ailment.
But it is the sort of thing that it can only be recharged once after a short rest, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
not
it's
a
like-
continuous use thing unless you learn the spell like through specific means. Like once you became a 5th level spellcaster.
Yeah.
I'd be able to do that. Okay.
It's a really big price to pay, both gold and actually tuning your character towards that. I have to say, I'll give you my money if we really think we need it. But I just, for one use during combat and to sacrifice an entire action, I don't know. I don't know. And for the amount of levels, it'll take for you to tune it into your character,
I'm
I don't see it being
guessing
good.
since it's that powerful, can you use it to res someone who's downed? And then if yes, how much
All right, I'm
does
back.
it heal them?
It doesn't say anything about bringing. There's other spells that do that, so this one doesn't like pick people up.
So
All right, so what have we learned about the spell so far?
It really just does. Hang on, you said it does healing, but how much healing?
Well, the scroll is separate from the spell. The scroll, the one-time use, heals for what did I write here? It
So it's
heals
one-time use.
heals for 30 hit points.
No.
But the actual spell itself does not do healing. It's just because this version is encased inside this scroll, because after you use it, the scroll destroys itself. So
Oh, so it's like one of them fucking Skyrim scrolls where it's like a one-time use of a spell.
yeah.
But imagine that spell
For
costs.
fucking 300 gold!
Yeah.
It's like
That's
a
the
full restore in Pokemon. If you use it, it heals so much, and then it removes all your debuffs. So
See, yeah, but that sounds really fucking good and all. But like,
Not
But-
for 300.
for 300, I'm looking for something that's a bit more fucking permanent.
Yeah.
I'm just
Like,
that's
that's
just the
also
deal at your
useful
hand. I'm not
to
gonna push you guys in either direction. It's whatever you.
Yeah,
feel.
let's
I'm
let's
just
decline
flattered
respectfully.
you thought about it as hard as you were. So
If this was to be any use at all, right? It would be going to Jace. So Joy, literally, like, we'll find something for you eventually. Like, I know you want to. I take it you want to be a restoration kind of, because you're like casting your armor and shit, right? So you want to be like a restoration type character
Pretty
or
much.
something like that? Okay,
Okay,
well,
yeah, then we'll
find him
definitely find something for him.
Yeah, like whether it's a cantrip or something else, you know. But nah, I think that's a bit much.
Agreed.
okay.
Alright.
So you're gonna say
Okay,
no
bitch.
thanks. You're not gonna
Gonna
be
say
paying
no.
that price today.
Yeah,
Nope.
That's it.
unfortunately not.
That is quite all right. It'll be here should you change your minds. And she just like tucks it away.
I'm glad there's still the choice.
Fuck you, bitch. People on beaches trying to sell me Ray-Bans have given me better offers.
Anything else you guys want to talk to her about? Your wounds begin to close up together. So because you guys took the time to sit there for a longer period than I thought you would, we'll see you all just heal up to full. Your wounds have recovered.
All right, good. So that's why I
Tired
marked
now.
my
No,
stuff
I'm
as being
kidding.
healed anyway.
I'm feeling generous, so yeah, just heal up all the way.
Okay. I would like to
do-
think so. This bitch wouldn't half-ass it.
No, she's a priest.
And then you mentioned that there was a barracks nearby, right?
Correct.
yeah. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go there. I like the
Let's
idea.
go there next.
See if they have an armory as well that we could maybe buy some stuff out of them. Even
Yeah.
though they're not a vendor, maybe they might be able to
Look
spare
at you
some
saying
equipment.
about buying stuff instead of stealing stuff from returning. I'm proud of you. This is character development, okay?
I got my money, alright. I
He
got
wants
my
to use
money.
he wants to use the gold he stole to buy stuff.
Yeah.
Pay it forward.
Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to ask the healer if she knows anything about oh shoot, why didn't I write this down? The freaking place that we're going into.
The Betrayer's Rise.
The Betrayer's Rise, thank you. I have to write
I'm
that
gonna
down.
I'll
write
just
that
give it
down,
to you
yeah.
since you just heard it. You gotta ask her a question then.
Yeah, so I want to ask I guess I just want to know more about it. Like personally, I would like to know, how long, like what is it exactly? Like how long has it been there? Like how long have you guys been experiencing problems of these things leaking out?
Alas, we have been experiencing this for many months now. Explorer team went inside the mountains to dig for minerals, and through some mysterious backhanded way, they opened up a portal to the Abyss, and the Abyss is the realm of the demons, where they live and they breathe, and they try any way they possibly can to come from their world to ours, devour life as we know it. Eventually the giant, we call it the Betrayer's Rise because that is the name of the metal doors that we use to seal it closed. The mountainside itself has now been warped into an ever-changing maze-like structure. Various traps and creatures await any and all who enter inside, and should those doors ever open, likely a multitude of those creatures would come out here to attack us. Sadly now they have been trying to slip through the door, and so once in a great while, we send our troops in to deal with it, deal enough damage to cripple it, but honestly, it brings us more wounded than better results.
That was kind of sad, bro.
Yeah,
That's rough, buddy.
if you're asking for some means to
Sokka's girlfriend was sent into the moon.
If you're asking... Shh, I'm trying to watch. If you're asking for some means to close the portal, I don't believe there is. It's just a matter of keeping the demons at bay and, heck, even making the door stronger.
Do you happen to know what's down there? Besides, like anything of interest, like
There could be. It's the realm of the abyss. Many adventurers have found their way inside there. You could find their long lost weapons and armor and gold. You could find.
Yes.
You already see he's running out the door, heading to the door now. You could find powerful magic items. You could find nothing but grotesque demonic beasts ready to eat you. You could find a demon willing to make a deal with you and give you some sort of incredible power. Not that I would recommend that. It's as I said, it is an ever-changing rooms. It's an endless dungeon of demonic horror that could lead to any possibility. You could find good, you could find bad, you could be lucky to just make it out alive.
Ominous.
May I ask why you are even heading into such a horrific structure in the first place?
Well,
You could say we're something of the hero variety.
Do you know anything about a certain... Definitely not checking my notes right now. Alexian Apothian.
Alexian the Apothian, of course. He is the noble hero of the Calamity. Though, what I learned from Prolix himself. He knows a great deal about the Apothian. The one thing he taught me of importance was Alexian had some sort of ancient medallion or amulet he kept with him at all times. That was some kind of relic, probably worth a fortune, if not worth some kind of history. But who knows where something like that has appeared? I mean,
I'd like to roll sleight of hand.
Don't suppose it would happen to look anything like this, I say, as I pull it out my ass, practically. Like, hey, look at that.
Oh, you pull out the golden amulet?
You pull it out and you kind of drop it on the ground, but then you pick it back up.
She actually gasps in shock from seeing it, her eyes lighting up with, like, hope for the first time in a long time. The Jewel of Three Prayers! Oh, you know, it must be that old story about the champion of three gods. Goodness gracious, I can't believe I remembered it. It's a fragment of the legend himself. Even in the temples of Vasselheim and Ankaral. She clears her throat in the shock. Long ago, the hero Alexian of the Calamity begged for aid from three different gods in his time of need. Avandra the Changebringer was one of them, and I think Sahain the Moonweaver was another, and I'm afraid I don't remember the other. She does recall one other detail as she ponders for a moment. This one might be fiction, but Avandra is said to have grieved for the hero, not because he had died, but because she feared her aid forced him to give up so much of himself that he would be robbed of a future.
Damn.
So now, I'm just saying it so you can write it down. She is now referred to the golden amulet as the Jewel of Three Prayers.
Alright.
So take your fucking notes.
Sorry, Dad.
what was the name of that second hero?
Superman.
No, so she was referring to Alexian. So, Alexian has been blessed by three gods, or that amulet has. The one she knows for sure is Avandra the Changebringer. Cyan is not a guarantee, so, but you can still write it down if you want. But yeah, Avandra the Changebringer. So he has been. That's why it's called the Jewel of Three Prayers. Right. Okay.
I like it.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
I'm afraid that is all I know, but if you bring it to Prolix, perhaps he can tell you more.
See, that's the funny thing. We showed it to him, and then he suddenly...
That wasn't Prolix.
No, we didn't. That was
Varen Thelis, the drone.
They're all the fucking same
No,
here.
they're not! That's why I try to give them personality and names and shit.
What was the second name? Baron? Because I didn't catch his name the first time. I just knew that it wasn't him.
Varen Felis.
Yeah, Varen
Oh,
Thelis.
fucking Prolix.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah, the
We're going
religious
to
man.
see
I've just
Prolix.
noticed now.
Yeah, you literally named him Prolix.
Look, it's hot. I got a headache.
No, I agree. I find it very hard to keep track of the names.
It's okay.
Too.
It's okay. I like teasing against about it, though. I have all my notes here, so I know all this shit. So.
Yeah, well, you wrote this. You should know all this. Prick.
Yeah, I'm the prick.
Let's go find Prolix.
Alright, so yeah, you guys got the
I
barracks,
know,
and you got
everything-
the religious sanctum to go to. So you guys are gonna
We
head out
check
of
out
the...
the barracks.
You guys are gonna hang out...
Yeah, we're gonna go to the barracks first.
All right, so as you as you make your way out of the infirmary, you end up the way in gets blocked by a lot of patients coming in, so you loop around through to another one of the buildings, and as you walk inside, you take note of a couple of figures that look familiar, including a small blue girl groaning on a cot and a large ogre standing next to her, and
These motherfuckers.
Lovely.
yeah, it's your rival friends.
There they are.
So as,
Hello again, friendos.
Yeah, as you you walk by, they all have very grieving looks on their faces. You take note, Io, the Gensai leader, she appears to have been gravely wounded in some kind of fight, and she lays on the bed, cold cloth on her forehead, and her stomach split open as Dermot, the goblin, begins chanting healing spells onto her.
Pulling these nuts.
The Maggie, the ogre, she just even though you guys say hi, she kind of doesn't even like look at you. She just kind of stares dead at the ground. You guys are a little off-put by their reaction to you. Think they'd be happier, but you hear, "Psst, guys, over here!" And the other two wait outside. So you head out of the infirmary. Galzeride and our Irvin are outside, just waiting for their friends to come back out. So I see you guys finally made it to Baxozzan, huh?
Yeah, we arrived. We had a little bit of trouble, you could say.
As you can see, we did as well. He kind of like, he gets a little emotional, so the Dro steps in front of him. Look, we had a bit of a rough patch here. We found some gibbering mouthers that had began attacking the city. We took it upon ourselves to try and help the Aurora Roch, and let's just say we were a little outmatched. Io suffered the worst here, and he pulls up his wizard robe and you see the white bandage with some blood underneath his arm. We all got a little dinged up, but as soon as she went down, Maggie dragged her over here, and now, let's just say we're a little concerned about where we go from here.
Could I go down and offer a potion of healing?
If you want to.
Okay, I'll do that then.
So you're gonna head back inside the tent and or the building.
Drink potion.
So you walk
No,
up.
I've got one on me. I'll just go over to Io, right?
Well, she's the one. She's like unconscious right now. Dermot is the one healing.
Well,
her
I'll
currently.
give it to Dermot the Goblin then, and
Okay.
then I guess issue it because I assume that this potion of healing it's greater, so I assume it's gonna be better than whatever spell he's casting.
Oh, you're giving him the greater one. Okay.
It's the only one I have.
Okay.
Look
well,
at his pure
that's
soul
kinda-
helping people.
Once he finishes his chant, he takes note of you there. You can tell his eyes look worn, like he's been through hell, even though they've only been there a couple hours. Oh, it's you guys. I apologize. I did not notice you come in. He sees you. You hand him the potion. Is this for Io?
No shit. I actually say that. I
Okay.
actually said that.
Sorry. Thank you very much. This is very kind of you. We will. I will ensure we repay this debt to you. She
Should
is
be okay.
He begins unscrewing the bottle and he lifts up her head and begins feeding it to her. Io has been my best friend for many years, and the thought of losing her, it is too much to bear. We cannot live without our great leader. Thank you again. This means a lot.
Oh, what a kind soul.
Yeah, he's a nice fellow.
He's doing some nice stuff sometimes, man. I've really rubbed off on him.
Listen, just because I start spending the money that I stole doesn't mean make me any better.
I mean, yeah, he's still feeding capitalism, so.
And that's okay.
What a bastard.
And so, they, as you guys begin to talk to the other two outside just a little more, you can tell that the whole group of them have kind of lost some of their luster. Galzeride, specifically, he's being very rude and sarcastic without even, like, seeming to do it on purpose. Irvin is very emotional, Dermot is worn out, and Maggie is just quiet and self-contained. They are, after fighting, it seems likely they were a bit more outmatched with the monsters than you all were, and they're, having some second thoughts about whatever they decided to go do.
Fucking good.
And so...
Oh my god.
What a dick. I take back
Making
my
my notes here.
opinion
Am
on you.
Am I gonna be a good guy or a bad guy, Kieran? I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
All right, so you guys are gonna go, or after you guys finish conversing with them, they thank you for seeing them, and they wish you luck wherever you go. Where are you going to go?
We're gonna go to
Well,
the fucking
We're going to the
religious nut
barracks,
job.
right?
Oh wait, the
No,
barracks,
we're
yeah.
going to the barracks.
So you're gonna head to the barracks
It's
first.
like the third time we've been going to the barracks, but
All
yeah,
right.
we'll go to the
All right.
barracks.
Yeah.
Head to the
third
well,
time's the charm.
I had to make sure you saw them there. So all right, so you head over. Excuse me.
Oh,
No.
sexy.
Thanks. So you eventually head over to the barracks. I gotta make sure I have all my pages here. Yeah. So you head over to the barracks. Inside you can tell there's not as many people in it as there should be. You notice a few orc and drow guards eating some lunches. A couple are doing some like mixed martial arts in the back. What looks to be a giant hall that should house hundreds of soldiers only holds about a dozen. So it seems the majority find themselves either on the streets now or in the infirmary.
Or in the grave.
After you notice the tall black-skinned figure with the long white hair as he's directing the martial arts. Out of the corner of eye, he takes notice and he directs the men to take a break. Varen approaches you yet again. I see you finally made it. I hope you were recovered.
Had to get medical attention.
Yeah, you all appear to be a little better now, I should say. I myself, and he's not wearing any armor. He's just wearing like a robe now. And when you look inside, you see the white cloth around his stomach.
Baron's naked.
Nice cock.
Not that far.
Damn, bro, what's that, like 3 inches? Damn, that's massive.
Okay.
So, how can I help all of you?
Well, we're looking to potentially procure some new weaponry. Or maybe get an upgrade for what we've already got, if it's possible.
Well,
Got plenty of men down. Surely you have a few arms to spare.
that's a bit of a harsh one. He kind of grimaces at the thought of that. Perhaps we do. May I see what you are currently holding, and I will know if we have anything better.
Honestly,
just show him your weapons.
Yep, just weapon.
So I'm trying to remember who has what. So, Piggy Dippin', I know you have the +1 great axe. Artorias, you have 2 +1 short swords, right?
1 + 1 short sword.
Okay.
And then the other is just a normal short sword.
Okay. Who else has who doesn't? Okay. Let's make this simple. I'll do this. He takes note. Sadly, I don't. He holds up the magic, or he looks at the magic weapons. That's the +1 ones, and he says, "Sadly, I don't have anything to improve upon this, but your basic weaponry I can improve upon." So we'll do this. So anyone who has a weapon that isn't a +1 version of it, except for the revolver, he doesn't have any firearms, sadly. But any melee weapon or your longbow, Macintosh, you can now grab the +1 version of it. So,
quality.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So anyone who has the short sword or any those kinds of blades, you can get the +1 of that. And then even the daggers, if you want, +1 daggers, and then then +1 bow. So everything other than the revolver can now be +1. So.
And this is allowed to be done with all of my items and not just one.
Let's see. He'll give you another +1 short sword, and then he'll give you the 2 +1 daggers.
That's exactly all I wanted. That's okay.
There you go then. Yeah. He doesn't have anything more powerful than that, but he can at least get you all with the same kinds of weapons. So.
You know what? I appreciate that greatly.
You are welcome. So now you all get I think they all give you a +1 to your roll and a +1 to your damage. So.
Yeah.
Or extra on top of whatever you use. So. I gotta get I gotta get better background music. Most of this is for combat.
Do you know what's fucking brilliant about my hit DCs now?
What?
Now, without spoil, my hit DC on my bows are guaranteed 10.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So yeah, you guys equip yourselves. That's all he can really give you at this time. He actually reaches into his back pocket and he's like, I think, if I still have it, he pulls out one little orange vial. He's like, "This is a potion of fire resistance. Also, if any of you are interested."
Oh, cool. I can make it under
We're going to
lava
the-
base now.
I
if we're
think
going
we
to the
should
realm
give
of the
that
demons.
to. Yeah, I think we should give that to
Give the
Jace.
chase.
Yeah.
Because I think Dire's already got like an immunity to something.
Jace-
I'm
Jace
naturally
is-
immune to acid since I spit
Yep.
acid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Jace, you walk up. You take the small orange vial from his hand. It fits, like, you know, it's a little smaller than your hand, so you are able to put it into your eye, should you wish.
Which I do.
All right. So just
You
you
ever
know
get
keep,
freaky with
keep
that
track. You have no shush. Keep track. You just keep track that you now have a potion of fire resistance.
You
In
got it.
your eye.
All right, and so that's all Varen has. Have you been to see Prolix yet? I highly recommend you talk to him.
Not yet. We're actually heading there now now that we've procured some minor upgrades to our weaponry.
Very well. A hawk has been sent to greet the guards at the door of the Betrayer's Rise. Once it has reached them, they will be aware of your presence and allow you to enter. So just give it maybe the next hour before you head over there. They've been told to prevent anyone from entering.
Wonderful. I appreciate your assistance on the matter.
We appreciate the work you are doing for our people. Good day to you. And so he.
All right, let's go
He bids
fucking
you
find
adieu.
Prolix.
All right. So, you guys, you can actually see the dilapidated temple from a pretty good distance away. It is a tall, purplish building. As you head over, what was once a flourishing, spiral-shaped temple has sadly fallen into disrepair, as those who tended to it were driven away or slain by demons. It has been transformed into an indoor farming plot to grow Zorhatian vegetables that don't require sunlight. When you enter the area, you notice glass as it crunches underneath crunches underneath your feet amid overgrown weeds. Collapsed
Wonderful.
walls have been replaced with rows of wooden shelves that hold earthenware pots. Numerous alcoves are being used as planters for stubborn flora. Just outside the far end of the enclosure, a smashed mosaic of stained glass sits in a splintered window frame next to a withered skeletal tree.
Okay.
Since you guys are in a temple, I would like somebody to make me a religion check.
Kieran?
Let's have a fucking
I believe Kieran's the
look-see.
highest. That's why I ask. Actually, hang on. Jace, what's yours?
+4.
Oh,
I got 0. So like in terms of like
that's
my actual thing.
Terrible.
I haven't
I gotta-
rolled, but like my religion checks are +0.
then get.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do it. I got 11.
I got a 14.
14.
All right, fair enough, I guess.
11,
That's what it
14.
did last time to me as
Yeah.
well.
Sadly, none of you are able to decipher what it is.
Damn, it's religious in here.
Yeah.
Gives me some mad religion vibes and shit. Big ups my priest.
So hang on. This
Just
guy
looks
can,
at the temple and says, "God."
so he can look at a literal tattoo on a nurse's arm and understand the whole backstory of
It's
it,
a
but he
pin.
can't look at a literal big ass church. Oh, it was a pin.
Yeah.
A big ass church and can't determine what it is.
He's not that religious, so yeah, he wouldn't know.
Like symbols and shit I can recognize, but if I look at a bird and I go, wow, that's made of brick.
Eventually, you hear what sounds to be like a wooden stick hitting the ground, and coming out from behind actually a cracked open part of the wall of the temple comes a furbolg. He looks to be a priest. Hello, I am Fogholm the Gardener. What brings you people to the temple?
We are looking for a, I'm going to consider him a religious madman named Prolix.
Ah, yes, Prolix. He is the religious mindset of the town. He is currently out for today. I believe he is at the Ready Room Inn taking some time to himself, as these are quite dreary times. I, Fogholm, am here as a guest of Tascan Vernon, because he has offered to... he has asked me if I have been offered, which I am, to help the Aurora Roch create its own food source. Sadly, no vegetation survives for long in Baxozzan. I believe this is a result of the corrupting influence from the Betrayer's Rise.
Well, if you could potentially give us directions to the inn, you might be able to start growing some food soon, because we actually need him in order to figure out some stuff to do with the Betrayer's Rest.
Very well. I will show you. He leads you to the front door, and as you're walking, he kind of just mutters like weird old man talk, but eventually he gets to a part that sounds interesting. While meditating the other night, I felt some urge within the earth nearby, a warm and kindly presence reminiscent of the prime deities. I suspect the presence is a sign that a relic of the calamity has awakened within the Betrayer's Rise. So should you head in there, perhaps you can find some more information about the calamity and
All this shit's adding up.
yeah. And here, he's like, just down there, you see the old wooden building with the front flappy doors? That is the Ready Room Inn. Head right over there, and perhaps you can find the prolix.
Thank you very much. Stay crazy, old man.
Will do. And he just slowly like limps his way back in.
He's just chuckling to himself as he goes.
Yeah. So yeah, he's the gardener. He's not the guy you're looking for. So all right. So
yeah, him walking away like that sketchy. Yeah. I've just seen that gif.
As you walk over, the Ready Room Inn is Baxozzan's only inn, and one of the only structures in town that doesn't look like a military barracks. It's a large barn with a steeply pointed roof, and it leans over the battered structures near the center of town. Over the double doors hangs a sign that bears the tavern's name, the Ready Room, in Undercommon, Orc, Goblin, and Common, all those languages. So, as you hop inside, you see a couple of middle-aged drow beneath the bartender, or they're the bartenders, actually. Dealers! I need more of the slop! Nobody has enough slop in this place! I'm working on it. Oh, dumb bitch.
Fucking bitch.
You remind me of my wife.
Women.
So you guys look around. You guys I'm assuming, just gonna walk over and take a. Yeah,
we're gonna take a seat at the bar and maybe ask some questions.
Okay, there's once you walk up to the bar table, you see a young dwarf man who is just passed out drunk, snoring on one end, and on the other is a young tiefling woman with she looks a little scatterbrained, but she has glasses and a couple of books in front of her. She ponders them as you all take a seat beside her. Who do you want to talk to specifically?
I'm gonna roll. I was about to roll a perception check to check the bar, but we'll go with his first.
Okay, who you talk to? What?
The tiefling.
Okay. So you walk up. What do you say?
I'm a man of substance. Dorky chicks turn me on too.
Piss off, Fred.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Jace, since it was your idea, what do you say?
So I'm walking up and I'm saying those books look quite interesting. What exactly are they?
Tell me you feel it too, she says with a grin. My comrades don't, but I do. The history surrounding this place, the romance of heroes fighting against impossible odds, sacrificing everything for the sake of defending the world, all done for people who would never know them or never even think of them, never be able to thank them, simply because it was the right thing to do time and time again. And ages later, now we see the Aurora Watch somehow doing the same thing, and they don't even know it!
As Macintosh listens, he just kind of shrugs and nods along and says, yeah, that sounds about right.
She pulls out one of her books and she shows you, it's her sketchbook, which contains images of ancient warriors. You see these people, they were once called they were called ancient warriors. They didn't even have a name, but there was one known as the Apotheon. They were almost gods who fought for innocence. Simple mortals they had nothing to do with. They're an inspiration for me. I mean, think about it. I'm not even that physically strong. I don't know good martial arts. I fall on my face if I'm not sitting in a chair, but just warriors like this, they're so noble, so heroic. They're a true inspiration. You look through. She lets you look at it, Jason, with your one good eye. You notice one looks a little like the Jewel of Three Prayers, actually. There's a symbol. It's a big symbol of it drawn right next to some of these ancient-looking warriors. They have the similar design to Elixion, although none of them look like him facial-wise.
What do you know about this drawing here? This what did you the symbol that you drew up here?
Jewel of the Three Prayers.
Oh, the Jewel of
I want to
Three...
see what she knows about it first, but...
Oh, the Jewel of Three Prayers. It is a lost vestige, lost to time from a long, long ago. I don't really know the
Fucking
relic's
nerds.
true nature, but I believe it was an ordinary amulet until it was filled with divine power during the calamity. That is what they say, as it was blessed by the gods for some ancient warrior to use to defeat. Who was it now? And behind you, you actually hear a voice of a young woman. Ah, yes, Elixian the Apothian. You turn around and notice an elf. She has a red hood over her body.
Ooga.
You actually noticed her as you walked in, but you didn't know. She appeared to just kind of be listening in on things, so you weren't really sure if she was listening to you or just kind of sitting there, but it looks like she was listening to you.
Yeah.
Greetings. I apologize for eavesdropping, so I'll cut to the point. I wish to find an ancient prayer site deep inside the Betrayer's Rise, and based on what you have spoken, it might be of interest to you as well. I am offering to pay you 50 gold each to accompany me on this trip.
50 gold?
Karen, do not show her the
Oh, I'm not showing her the thingy, but 50 gold just so then we get a little bit of extra backup when going in there. I'm taking that opportunity, and if we need to kill the bitch, I will gut the bitch.
Yeah, because I don't trust her whatsoever, so can I roll insight?
Yes, you can.
Let me see, insight.
I'll roll as well, because
got a
elf
10.
can read elf.
I have elf as well. I know elf as well.
You know elfish as well?
I know elfish, yep.
I got 19.
No, okay, definitely with a 19, Macintosh, you specifically, you can tell that although her demeanor does seem to be friendly, and the job seems to be honest, she doesn't look like she's gonna attack you or anything. You can tell she's definitely withholding some kind of information from you.
Oh, goody. We're going to be used as a fucking blood sacrifice at the bottom.
Ah, sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet!
I mean, yeah, it doesn't...
Mom,
whatever
what's
she's...
happening?
I'll say this. Whatever information she's withholding, it doesn't appear to be nefarious. She doesn't... Based on the way she's looking, she's not lying to you about anything. You can just tell
like
there's more behind what she's saying. So
Yeah, half truth. Okay, right.
so you can do with that however you want when you're talking to her.
I still don't trust her. She don't
50
trust
gold
us
pieces,
for
huh?
full
Just
thing.
to enter this chamber that you're looking for?
Yes, that is simply all I need is some accompany me. I mean, as you already know, the Betrayer's Rise is quite dangerous, so I need brave, strong adventurers such like yourselves. And Jace, you feel the hand clasp on your shoulder as Question, that is the tiefling girl. She stands up. She's actually using you as support because she was serious about falling over every time she gets up. That is enough, Alosia! Tell him the truth! What is it you want? And Alosia, that is this elf woman, she pulls her hood back and you see her long flowing blonde hair. She sighs.
No.
All right, I shall
Okay.
admit it. I am in search of a crimson mineral called rubidium. That is, it is said to be infused with the power of Rudius. My benefactors are most interested in it, you see.
The fuck up, Dio.
I have
Danger.
No, I just thought that
dangerous it
was funny
is.
looking. It has nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
I'd
She
like to
dropped her
put a-
resident sleeper in chat.
I thought no, the face looks funny. That's the only reason I put it in there.
Cap.
I'd like to. Can I sort of butt in? I'm like, dangerous. Dangerous it is, and for that reason, we actually require payment up front.
Well, tell you what. We will embark upon this journey tomorrow. If you meet me at the Betrayer's Rise, I will have my benefactors bring me the currency, and you shall be paid in full. I should assume 50 for just the 4 of you, or do you have more to this little team of yours?
We have a fifth, but he's currently, well, let's say missing.
We
Hang
just
on,
misplaced him
wait for him if you like.
temporarily.
Yeah, we've misplaced him temporarily. We'll find him again by next week.
Hang on, let me roll.
So hang on a minute. Is she seriously gonna pay for the person that is not doing the job?
Well, that's why I'm rolling. 1 second. Alright. Well, tell you what. Perhaps I am feeling generous. I will bring 200 and... Well, let me see now. And she does, like, the math in her head. Even though you could probably tell she already knows the number, she's making you, like, wait. I shall bring the 250 gold should your 5th and final friend arrive at the time of tomorrow morning. And then you will all be paid in full. And in hopes of you accompanying me, if that is what it takes.
Just to be
Oh.
just to put this in perspective of how shit of a deal that thing was earlier, this entire quest is not enough to pay for that one healing
Yeah.
spell. Like,
Yeah, that's
just
facts.
to put in perspective, like, okay,
That's
anyway,
facts.
carry on.
That being said, I look over at her. If you're willing to hold your own, and you don't run away at the first sign of danger, we'll happily take you up on your offer, and we'll go down together.
Oh, don't worry. And she pulls back her cloak on the side a little, and you see.
eyes.
No, you see a short. First of all, this is a red cloak, so it's like a Sith cloak, so it's like just wrapped around the head and like tied at the neck. So when she pulls it back, she's wearing clothes. Okay.
I know, but
and you see the short sword in the hilt at her side by her hand. As you can see, I am more than capable of handling myself. It is just a matter of ensuring my back is covered while I'm in there.
well, your
comes
back
up
is
in,
more than
like-
covered.
It comes up in like Skyrim text clip discovered.
Oh my gosh. All right.
You gotta have like the location discover sound effect as well.
Jesus Christ.
And yes, to answer your question, Sketchy, there is an animated Devil May Cry series, and there's another one in the works right now. But the same guys who did the Castlevania series on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
no,
it was a good show. Anyways,
Oh, as long as I will take you up on that offer, but you travel at the front of the pack, not the rear. Got that?
Ooh, you drive a hard bargain. You are quite charming, young one.
Is that it? Right.
We shall
Okay.
see. We go in as a unit. I shall advise you on the safest route to take, as I have had men explore the chambers for me before, and they know some of the ever-changing rooms. And should you be at my sides, then we will go as one unit.
Then that's what we'll do. Together, is one unit.
Since I can, as a sign of good faith, I will tell you, I have read fragmented historical records telling of an unidentified hero of the Calamity who hailed from Wildmount. He draws on the power of the moon Rudis to be almost godlike. He died at the Battle of the Betrayer's Rise and was brought back as a vengeful being by Avandra the Changebringer. He wore a pendant that contained the power of 3 gods. I do not even truly recall much about this other than it was some golden amulet. It could be of quite help to me in my organization. Perhaps we will find it if we enter the Betrayer's Rise.
Maybe.
Anyways, I'm going to turn in, as we have an early morning tomorrow. I will see you there with the money in tow. Good night to you. And she heads into the hotel part of the inn.
What was her name again?
Alosia.
Louise. Or Alosia, sorry.
Yeah, Alosia.
Areolas.
Jesus Christ. You're gonna keep coming with meme names for all these characters, aren't you?
Yeah, we got Prolapse, Helen Keller the Gull. We got Alex, the Apothian.
I have to sit here and wait for him to butcher all the names I made for you.
Yeah.
Not even made, like, most of these are from the
Viagra
text.
Felix.
Alright.
Ariola the elf.
Can I get that name again for the elven woman?
What? Clitoris skull.
Alosia.
Alosia.
Alosia, and I'm gonna put in brackets next to it.
There we
Hot
go.
elf,
Oh my god.
maybe breedable.
She's pretty small though, for the record.
Fertile question mark.
Put us a check mark next to it. He has like orc woman check, ogre woman haven't banged yet, but check.
I thought about that.
I've got a whole list, and while I'm not gonna make King endure that again, in the back of my mind, I'm gonna be there like, yeah, after this quest, he's gonna go traveling again and
Yeah.
try and bang all of them.
Yeah, if it happens again, we're just gonna fade to black when you go in the bedroom this time, okay? So
Respectful, I respect it, and I appreciate.
Yeah, we're just gonna assume I stole everything in the room. I like how the most, like, oh, I don't know about Jace, but the person with the best moral compass is also the person who's just a complete slut.
Look,
Weirdly
Look.
enough.
look, let's be real, okay? I'm allowed to be a slut as long as I'm respecting boundaries and making sure they are consenting individuals.
yeah, that's
I'm good at it.
Look, that was one time, okay, I got very excited. It was very muscly.
Okay.
Look, she might not have appreciated it, but it was very flattering, okay?
Just sit.
Speaking,
Yeah.
speaking of talking to women, I want to thank the tiefling for her assistance in speaking to the elf lady.
Well, you are quite welcome, my handsome friend. She actually like uses a knuckle to like push your chin playfully. You can tell you can tell she's very she doesn't have many boundaries. It was my pleasure to help you out.
Even better.
That Alosia and her occultish friends are quite despicable, if you ask me, but they do make good on their promises for deals. Just be careful around her. She probably wouldn't tell you everything if I didn't intervene. So,
Aaron's like
They always-
jealous that the MILF is hitting on Jace.
no, the tiefling's young. So the bartenders,
okay.
How young?
the bartenders are the middle-aged people. No, the tiefling's a young
Wait, hold
woman.
on. How young?
Like mid to late 20s probably.
Okay.
Not like a kid, not like a kid or anything.
Okay, good.
No, yeah. And so, she, it was my pleasure. I'd be interested to know, should you make it out of the Betrayer's Rise alive, anything interesting you might uncover. It would be an honor to hear the stories you have to tell afterwards.
I'll be sure to come back.
Please see to it that you do.
Are you about to get pussy?
Yeah, see to it that you do, my one-eyed friend. And you actually, you feel her tail as it just grazes the side of your pant leg.
Yeah.
It might be. She goes back to like her bug-eyed expression and goes back to her books, like writing stuff down. So she just kind of like shuts off the world again.
Once her attention's off of us, I take a second to glance at the three of them. All right. I think that we should be sharing a room tonight. That elf, that one in the red hood, the sexy one.
Yep.
She's after this amulet that we got. And I think it'd be best for us is if we stayed close together. So if she does try to get the drop on us, if she is looking for it, she's outnumbered.
She stays at the front of the group. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh no, I agree. Not only does she'll go ahead. I'll give someone the amulet and I'll walk beside her, just so then she doesn't feel at unease or anything like that. We're gonna ambush her, and then if anything does happen, I'll have you guys behind me backing me. What the fuck is that? Is that a fucking flying ant on my camera?
That would be an ant.
Hold
Hold on, ant cam time.
Ant cam.
Enhance the image.
Zoom.
And all right, so there's a little more time in the night, so you guys head back to the bar. Are you gonna talk to the bartenders or order anything?
Let's order some
Bartender,
Oh, hell yeah.
I want a pint of your strongest ale.
That'll be 2 silver or 1 gold, sir.
I'll give you 1 gold. Fuck that. I'll give you 3.
You give it this for 3 pints.
Yep.
All right. He pulls out the large, tall wooden cups of the strongest ale they have available, and he slides them down to you.
Ooh. All right.
And as he's polishing some of the glassware for the more fancier drinks, is there anything else I can do for you?
Whatever my compatriots want, within reason.
What do you have in the way of food?
Oh well, he's like, we got some tasty werewolf kebabs.
Cheese toasty, brown back.
Where's the cheese boilies?
We have a good old meaty stew. It's chef special. We also have have some simple fried fish we caught at the lakeside not too long ago.
I'll take some fried fish.
All right.
Why are they eating werewolves? I thought werewolves were sentient enough to have rights.
No, they don't have rights. They belong in the forest, and they belong on my plate.
Yeah.
They're dirty
We were there for
little
that
animals.
adventure too, Dyer.
Where's the pizza balls? Yo, real question.
I want pizza rolls, man. All right.
Can I have pizza rolls with my wolf leg?
Jimmy, can your mom give me some wolf leg? All right, so he brings you guys some food. You guys get the adventurers discount of free for the food. So
Hell yeah,
the booze
dude.
is more expensive.
Free food, but expensive booze. Now, this is my kind of night.
Yep. as he's polishing things, he introduces himself, if I can find the name here, of Delez. He,
The lesbian?
no. I heard you talking to the occult woman. It seems you are planning to go into the Betrayer's Rise.
Well, I'm
that
halfway
wouldn't be
through
any of
downing
your
my
business,
pint.
buddy. What is it to you?
He gives you like a grumpy look and just shrugs. None of my business at all, and he walks to the back.
Yeah,
I'm like
then let's
chugging
keep
my
that way.
first pint. We're gonna fuck shit up tomorrow.
Another
Settle down, would you? We don't want to make a big deal of this. There's plenty of people in this tavern. One of them could stab us in the back at any time.
and
And
likely,
if she fucking does, I bet with a strap on.
and likely you will. You hear as a cup is put down next to you. He appears to be a middle-aged man. He's got some gray in his shaggy dark hair and his black beard. He appears to be a human, or maybe human variant. He seems a little more physically fit and a bit bigger than your average human. As he sits down next to you, Artorias, you know it's not very kind to talk to people that way that serve you delicious food and a bit more powerful than they should be booze, but likely that, regardless of which, I heard what you said about that woman, and if she is from the occult, as some might say, she'll likely stab you in the back.
Yeah, well, people that try to charm me with cheap food usually do as well.
I can see it all over your face. You've been through a great deal of struggle, and you've had to learn to survive on your own. Commendable, in fact.
What I've been
Glorious.
through is none of your business, I'll have you know.
I'm
Like,
not...
whilst fucking he's arguing with this guy, Artorias is tugging on his Macintosh is tugging on his fucking coat, like,
Yeah.
Artorias,
Yeah.
this fucking booze hits hard.
You're not even concerned with what he's doing. Don't worry, I will not ask you about your life. I can read your energy, my young friend, and
You passed the
I-
vibe check.
yeah, no, I can sense your pain, and it is all right to hurt for the ones you have lost.
No, fucking tell me about it.
I just sigh, look over to Macintosh. I'm like, fucking give me that, tankers.
Fucking Macintosh on like the verge of tears, just being like told about like, you know, hearing about like the conversation.
He's
her
not
being,
even
like,
talking
"This
to
is
you."
fucking good.
He never even gave him ale. He just gave him water.
Yeah.
he's like Kieran's like that
Trick of the
video where
mind.
it's like, here, you want another shot? And she's all excited and she drinks the shot and they're like, was that good? She's like, hell yeah, and they're like, that was water.
The video that came to mind when I thought of it was like, you know, the two black guys at the table was like, oh, this is really good. Did you put anything different in it? Yeah, I put a little bit of wine. Whack.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the fellow looks over at Macintosh, seeing him break down. I did not mean to cause such an emotional distress. He actually turns to his left and he sees Jace with the eye. Oh, I sense the rage in you. The one you are hunting is closer than you think.
Excuse me?
Well, that's fucking cryptic.
He looks deeply. He
That's
actually looks
running-
like uncomfortably closely into your eye. I can see the anger, the betrayal, whoever this is that you do not like. They are closer than you think. I do not know where and I do not know when, but you will come across this person. I have you know.
How do you know this?
Well, let's just say, as a bit of a religious expert myself, I have learned quite a deal of how to read people's emotions, their energy, and I can sense through even just listening to him, that he harbors a lot of anger towards, and a lot of pain towards being forgotten by some loved ones, referring to Artorias, of course. He's like, your drunken friend over there chooses to hide behind much booze and sex to cover up his emotions. He stares at Piggy Dippin, who's just blankly staring at the food, trying to throw up the plate that he accidentally swallowed. Your big friend there, I think, has also seen some stuff, but has either lost their memory or chosen to black it all out and acts
I'm
like
just
that.
like, I can't cough up the plate, so I just punch myself in the throat to break
Yeah.
it.
And then he looks back at you, and you, with not just the fact that you are missing an eye, but the more mental state you are in, you choose to be secretive, and although the people around you trust you enough to listen to you, you dare not say to them what you feel, and that is a choice many have. What did you post?
We're trying to be serious about Jason's bit.
The poor hamster.
Let me recreate that with my hairless guinea pig.
No. All right. So, as likely the only person who's not falling into depression right now, Jace, do you have anything to say to this man who is reading all of you?
I mind you to keep all of your comments to yourself when speaking of others.
This fucking guy sounds like my therapist.
When it tells him to shut.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jace for a minute.
No, I'm talking about the guy who somehow called us all out for our fucking problems and somehow knows that I cover everything with sex and booze.
I thought
I
you were
Just sitting there
saying
like, shut the
Jace.
fuck up.
I mean,
Yeah, I was about to say, does your therapist tell you to keep all your problems to yourself?
Yeah.
he,
Why do you think I
Bold of
left
you
the
to
elven
have a
capital?
therapist.
this guy sits back a little. I didn't mean to poke any unneeded wounds, but I do feel that expressing oneself and letting out all the pain is a good way to start the repairing process.
Okay, first of all, King, I'm so sorry for all of us turning away from your interesting character. We've just been beating him to shit with dialogue.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm trying very hard to make this mysterious, and you guys are just like, "What the fuck is your problem?"
It's how we cope. We deflect.
I know. You're all just making fun,
Yeah.
crying, laughing. Yeah.
I like it. I like the character. I was expecting that Kieran would take this seriously, but I forgot one little problem. He's drunk.
Yeah.
He's an alcoholic, and he's currently dealing with the fact that he had to run away from home, okay?
See, that is what I'm talking about. Letting it out. That is a good first step.
You know what's really fucking bad?
What?
It's like, these guys are fucking traumatized, right? And like, I always try to play it so nice and cool, but...
He puts his hand on your hand and pats it, like nodding his head.
My fucking father, right?
Oh my god, no!
All right, I'm stepping in. I'm stepping in at this point. Macintosh, that's quite enough. We're gonna get you to bed now.
I don't want to go blanky mode.
But I thought you were all looking for me. I could sense it when you walked in here.
And who are you?
Things about you.
Were you?
My name is Prolix. Did you not speak with Varenthelis?
It's the guy!
Just fucking
Very fancy.
Kieran's character Macintosh just immediately sobers up. But
like he's like that borderline point between like, you know, just slightly tipsy and sober. He's like, it's that fucking guy. I gotta show you something.
Perhaps your friend there would like to go to bed while the rest of us discuss.
You gotta fucking see this.
Well,
I sort of like I grab the amulet and push it back into the pocket. I'm like, perhaps this could maybe wait till the morning for business while we're all on a bit more of a level head.
very as you so
You're so smart.
as,
You like try to hug me. I'm like trying to push you back a bit.
as you so wish. I will be here till the morning. If you'd rather discuss then, I will be here.
That sounds great, Jace. Get the other side. I'll get this arm. I'll get this arm.
All right.
All right.
3, 2,
See you
1.
soon,
Right,
Mr.
yep.
Mysterious Man.
And so you
Jesus
two,
Christ, why are you so heavy?
you two drag his unconscious ass back. You guys pay the gold price for a room, and then Artorias just steals it back without the bartender knowing. And
Smart.
And the Prolix, he just he grins a little, acknowledging something he read about all of you. He sits back down and realizing he turns to his side and sees the Draconic still there. So how's your evening going? And then you finally hack up the plate.
Finally,
Literally
character arc's
12 hours
complete.
later.
See, I mean,
He looks over and I'm sitting there like this.
Wait, I'm gonna fucking see what you look like.
see, I knew you could get it out.
This is what trauma looks like, everyone.
Oh my fucking god.
The face that killed 3 children.
And I'll do it again.
just for chat's sake, it's a dog grinning. So
No. It's not just any dog.
It's a pit bull.
It's a
Mr. Worldwide.
Piggy Dippin',
Freaking dad.
are you just gonna slip away to the room as well, or are you gonna talk to him? It's up to you.
I got nothing better to do. I'll probably talk to him.
Okay, what are you gonna ask him anything? Or?
Do the funny roleplay.
What's up, Shoddy? I don't know.
Fucking dabs him up. What's up, Shoddy? How you doing?
I don't know. Probably make like awkward small talk and start off with like, so what's good to eat here?
Okay. All right.
Apart from the plates.
We'll say, just to make things more simple, we'll say you two have a nice little small talk conversation. He expresses what food he likes there. You eat. He asks you about your evening. You tell him, maybe just tell him about the events of the day as best as you can recollect. And he actually chuckles a little, because you make levity of almost getting eaten by those creatures. Eventually he heads off to bed and tells you it was nice to meet you, and he hopes to speak to you all in the morning. And so I'm assuming you guys are just gonna go to bed now.
Oh yeah, we go in blanket mode.
All right, so everybody take a nice long rest.
I don't think it'll make any impact on my character, so I'm not even gonna bother.
It won't, but I'm still gonna do it anyway.
Well, just for the sake, like, pretend you do the long rest because it's you sleeping for 8 hours. So, like, as you normally would. Because if you don't take the long rest, you're going to get a point of exhaustion, so.
No, we're actually going to, like, go full LARP. We're going to sit here in silence for 8 hours.
We're going to sit here in silence for 8 hours, occasionally one of us coughing or ripping ass dreadfully.
2 seconds, I'm heading to the toilet, but you can continue with that.
Yeah, he's having his midnight piss.
Yeah.
We're
It's like in the middle of the night, all you hear is just the piss hitting the side of the
just
I wake up, it's like I have a urinary infection. Can someone help?
Urinary tract infection?
Yes.
Passing a kidney stone.
I hit my button. No, I fucked it up by accident.
I want to go back to the infirmary, steal that scroll, and use it to heal my urinary infection.
Urinary tract infection.
Alright, 2 seconds.
All right. So you all
You're fucking
take.
stupid.
You
Kieran, yeah, that's me.
What is that?
Scratching ass and passing gas.
No, what is that animal?
I don't know, but it looks fucking adorable.
It looks weird.
Could be a wombat or some kind of Tasmanian devil.
It probably is a wombat. Also, what's the point of a wombat existing? What do they do to the environment?
Nothing.
You know,
Kill it.
let me check.
I'm gonna stop and look at wombats.
What do wombats do for the environment?
Okay, I was gonna say we keep going, but you guys are just gonna put me on pause here. It looks like.
No, well, we're gonna wait for sketch anyway.
Yeah.
Wombats are credited with breaking up hard soil and recycling organic material such as fallen leaves through the earth.
That's what worms do.
They basically help worms do their fucking job.
D&D with the boys.
Yep. Where we laugh at pictures of dogs and look up pictures of wombats instead of playing.
I'm back anyway.
Okay, he's back. Good.
Yeah.
I'm just continuing this then.
I type in baby wombat, but I miss like every letter after the B, and I just get baby woman.
Oh my God. Okay, moving on. All right, the night comes and goes. You all have as good of a night's sleep as you can possibly have. You all nobody really. Okay. A voice has a piercing ringing in the back of one of yours' head as you try to. Guys, come on here! What the fuck is that?
Done, guys.
It's a baby wombat.
We're almost done, guys. Come on.
Can I
Yeah, we're so
continue?
close.
Can I continue?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay. So
I love you, kid.
I know. I'm trying to finish this off so everybody can go to bed or whatever.
Go.
Okay. You all sleep. You sleep the night away. As I was trying to say, one of you, I will not specify who, has a piercing, ringing sound in the back of their head as the voice begins to yell at you again, demanding something from you, and you do not wish to cave in to what it desires. Yada yada yada. Backstory, input, blah blah blah. Okay. Moving on. You all wake up the next morning. You are well rested. You are all healed up. You are ready to begin the day's journey and hopefully find your friend at some point. What are you guys gonna do now?
So
I
we
guess
need
I'm gonna
to
go.
roll it.
We gotta go talk to the funny man again.
Yeah, we gotta meet up with him. Yeah, and hopefully then we have to meet up with your woman and head into the rise.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you guys head out of head into the main area of the inn. You notice eating some scrambled eggs in a table in the corner with multiple chairs already like brought around is Prolix, the man with the bushy black and gray hair, and he sees you and picks up his coffee cup and acknowledges you coming. So I'm assuming you're all gonna sit with him.
Yeah, I sit down beside him groggily. I order myself a cup of coffee as well.
Yeah.
Yes, a cup of cock.
The
A
Dro
cup of
brings-
coffee.
The Dro brings you a coffee. Yeah.
Thank you. I take a fairly hefty sip and I look over it and I go, all right, so we found this amulet of 3 prayers and we have questions about it.
Wait, he actually spits it out of his coffee. You have the jewel of 3. He goes to say it loudly and he catches himself. You have the jewel of 3 prayers.
We've been hearing rumors about it, and we think we might be interested in locating it.
So you don't.
It's literally in my back pocket.
Wait, so you do have it or you do not have it? This is
All right, we're
crucial
right.
importance.
We're
Fine.
gonna say we don't have it for discretion's sake, but we do.
It's in a. We know where we put it.
So wait, are you?
Hypothetically.
So you are telling him you have it or you're not?
Yeah, I'm literally what I've just said. I've just told him. We're
Okay.
gonna say we don't have it, but we do.
Yeah, that's
If he's like, oh, he's actually like looking around to make sure none of the occult are around. This is, well, hypothetically speaking, then, if you were to, out of the blue, have such an ancient artifact, what would you exactly want to know about it? He just He kind of goes about his business eating, pretending like you're not even having this conversation.
well. First of all, what are the 3 prayers? We've been told that there's of 2 of which, one is I have the names here, but hang on, what were them? 2? Oh, there was the Changebringer, and then there was the other one. Just I have it in my notes, but I can't find it
Avandra
right
the
now.
Changebringer, and Sanin the Moonweaver.
Yeah.
So you give those names to him.
Yep.
Yes,
And then what is the 3rd?
Sadly, the 3rd is one bit of information I cannot give you. However, I can tell you what the prayers are. The jewel of 3 prayers itself was blessed by 3 deities to give Elixion the Apotheon. Even though you never said the name to him, he knows it. This ancient warrior, he fought for. He's like, let me start from the beginning. During the calamity, the prime deities and the betrayer gods fought against one another, and Exandria as a whole was caught in the middle. It destroyed the land and butchered the innocent mortals. Over time, some of these mortals came before the prime deities and offered to fight on their behalf, and they worked hard. Elixion was one of these mortals. He fought hard, but at that very building that you must be going to, the Betrayer's Rise, he died. And so Avandra the Changebringer chose him to come back, infusing the Jewel of 3 Prayers, this ancient golden amulet that you may or may not have in your possession. He kind of whirls of the tongue. It was blessed by Avandra along with the 2 others, Sanin and mysteriously another, giving him great strength, wisdom, and health. And with these, he became an almighty demigod. And with such power, he led the prime deities to their victory over the betrayer gods and ended the calamity. He fought against the betrayer's grand champion, another dark, demonic being, and after slaying it, he turned the tide for the war. Once the war was won, the prime deity sealed away the interaction between the mortals and the gods. Now only through various specific rituals and prayers are you able to get in contact with a god. They are no longer allowed to step foot on this land. And so, the story of Elixion, however, ends there. The Apotheon, as he was called. He was a brave warrior, but after the calamity ended, nobody knows what happened to him.
Well, here's the kicker. He's still alive.
That is intriguing. How would you know such information?
When we found the amulet,
That you don't
after yes, we don't have it. We found it, but it was metaphorically found through spiritual searching.
have? Okay.
We were.
We searched inside ourselves and found the amulet.
The
Let's say
amulet's the real friends we
hypothetically-
made along the way.
Yeah, the real amulet.
yeah.
Let's say hypothetically, a vision presented itself to the people who found it, revealing that the Apotheon was still alive, but trapped.
Gold. He's like, let me think. Somewhat darker skin, maybe tan, golden armor, black curly hair.
Yep.
That is Elixion.
Like, hypothetically, the vision of sorts would contain him being bound by, let's say, red flesh-like vines, holding him in place.
So you are referring to rubidium.
Yes.
That is, yes, the red fleshy substance comes from the abyss. It is a mineral nonetheless, but when taken and empowered by some magic spells, it can become fleshy demonic infection, as I like to call it. And if he is tied down with this substance, that is a perfect explanation as to why no one has seen him. Perhaps, and this is only me guessing, this is no longer hypothetical, this is simply theoretical, after the calamity, if some of the remaining forces of the Betrayer Gods were still around, after the war was, they surrendered, he could have been captured. If he's held down by an infused with magic rubidium, then it would make sense that he could not escape. However, bear in mind that if this is truly the Apotheon, even someone blessed by 3 prayers, well, he's not even truly blessed if he does not have the jewel with him, then the rubidium over time will slowly corrupt him and damage his psyche. It will hurt him over and over until he is a broken shell of who he once was. If he is trapped, and he is asking for your help, and the jewel itself responded to you, then you may be in fact the only ones who can free the noble hero.
Interesting. Now, hypothetically, of course, we might need some theoretical aspects to this, but what if we were able to get the jewel to him? Do you reckon it would help him anyway? Because you mentioned about potential corruption. Would it potentially ail off the corruption?
The jewel itself was the reason to Elixion's recovery in the beginning, upon his original death. Although he is now demigod and, to an extent, immortal, his soul is free from decaying, but his mind, it is not free from corruption along with his mind. If you actually have the jewel, it would depend. The jewel itself is not active, I would assume. Otherwise, I would have sensed it in your presence, so maybe you do not actually have it after all. The jewel itself needs to go through it needs a god's blessing again. Not another prayer infused within it, but just to be reactivated. Upon its reactivation, it would be re-blessed, and thereby you would be able to apply it to anyone, including Elixion, and perhaps theoretical, but that would be his best chances of being even free from the rubidium, let alone it saving his soul.
One last question before I let these beautiful folk ask any question. But you mentioned about a potential other blessing that we might need in order to essentially reactivate it.
Yes.
How would we go about that? Because last time I checked, gods aren't just roaming and blessing things at will.
Of course
It's not Ford Truck Month.
Well, back in the times of the calamity, the most ancient of paladins had the ability to bless, as they were subservients of the gods themselves. However, in today's case, no god has ever granted the paladin the ability to grant such a blessing anymore. The only way, even theoretically possible, to reactivate something as powerful as the jewel would be to bring it to some crystallized prayer site that would be infused with the holy magic of the prime deities, but areas like that were long lost during the calamity. I mean, the only place you could even find something like that now might be in the deepest, darkest depths of the abyss. And he looks out the window to the Betrayer's Rise. Well, that would be a long shot, as he kind of just mumbles under his breath. But, the site you would be looking for, you would be able to sense even people such as yourselves, non-religious people, would be able to feel the energy, the positivity, the light, the happiness such an area could grant. These are ancient prayer sites. If you could bring the jewel to something like this, I believe it could be infused with the power to re-bless and thereby reactivate itself.
So we could potentially kill two birds with one stone. We could bless the jewel and then save Elixion.
Yes, how... I must tell you, I have no
Fuck off, Alexa.
Oh! Alexa, yeah. It is quite possible. Now, as to the location of Elixion, even if he is truly still alive, I could not give you. If he is trapped somewhere by Rubidium, he could be in the abyss, which no mortal has ever truly come back from. He could be in the sky, in the heavens. He could be deep in the infernal hells. There's multitude of worlds connected to our own through various means that he could be in. So that you would have to discover on your own path. However, if you continue on this journey, and Elixion can sense your work towards getting to him, perhaps your nobility would be enough for him to contact you again.
Well, I appreciate your assistance on this. I will go and not find said jewel, and I will leave you with my companions.
Then I wish
They
you
might have more questions.
I wish you luck in whatever you plan on doing today. He kind of gives you a soft wink. He looks at the rest of you. Anyone else got any questions for him?
Was it obvious that we do have the jewel?
He gets close to you. Yeah, it's kind of obvious, even though I couldn't sense it. You gave away to it.
No, you can't see it. It's like glowing through your clothes.
He gets up. His butt, his left butt cheek is just shining.
The fuck is that giggle?
What, my go? What?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So any other questions for Prolix?
I don't have any questions.
Nah, I'm good. What about you, Jace?
Holy shit, I've been muted this whole time. I'm so sorry.
Oh!
You dickhole.
I
Okay.
completely forgot to unmute. My bad.
All right.
Anyways,
So what questions have you asked that I didn't hear?
I've just realized I might have been rudely cutting him off the entire time.
Yeah.
Literally everybody was cutting me off the entire time.
I'm
because I was
so
muted.
sorry.
Sorry,
but
Joy,
you were
we didn't
muted.
know.
You guys didn't know. You guys didn't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
Shitter.
if this jewel would have be repowered, you said that it could cure anything. It was even. Oh my god! Shut up. You said it was able to bring Elixion back from the dead, correct?
That is correct, yes.
So in theory, it could cure anything.
In theory, yes. I mean, it is quite possible that the amulet itself is simply bound to Elixion, and thereby the only thing that can restore only him. But however, having the blessings of 3 powerful almighty gods, and good gods be it that, it is quite possible it could heal the smallest scratch on the skin to the most vicious form of death imaginable. So long as there is a body it could be placed upon.
Could it be used on more than one person?
Should it not be bound to a specific individual, then yes. Though I would be cautious, as misusing the power of the gods over and over could anger them as well. So just something to be cautious with.
Understood. Thank you.
I appreciate your caution.
Understand that there's a great amount of mystery involved with this third character that has created the jewel in the first place.
The third god,
True.
yeah.
So, the actual rise itself, its name, Betrayer's Rise. It's a curious name, I believe. I know, obviously,
it's
it
kinda,
refers.
it's misleading, like Iceland and Greenland. Don't worry about it.
So, obviously, it is referring to the Betrayer gods, but
Yes, it is a relatively interesting name, as Betrayer does refer to the Betrayer gods themselves, the Dark Ones, and they now reside within the Abyss, and that is where they come from. And the Rise itself is... I've never quite understood it myself. Should the name have come from the rise of the noble hero, who is the only good thing to come out of such a horrible place? Or was it simply referring to the rise, the fact that it is on a cliff? That much I do not know. That would likely be for you all to discover.
What if Prolix is the fucking third fucking deity?
Hang on, I'm getting to that. So, see this third god. You mentioned that it has to be in the hand. The jewel has to be in the hands of 3 gods, and 3 good gods at that.
Well, it has the blessings
we-
of such.
How can we guarantee the morality of the unknown individual? And is there any way that you think that we could go about finding out the identity of this third entity?
Well, simply, the story of the Calamity has been... You must understand, as most people might not even consider, the Calamity is called as such because not only was it a war, but it literally devastated the lands. Any information and text on it is destroyed or loose in between. And most historical facts, although loosely accurate, were able to detect that Elixion the Apothian was his name and he was the hero. Not much is well known. That is why the third name of the third god is lost. Perhaps Elixion himself would be the only one who could tell you who the third god is. Now, theoretically, if you had this hypothetical jewel in your possible hands, and you were to somehow find its way into my hands, I could maybe decipher whether or not it had a complete positive energy or not. However, even then, I'm not sure if I could tell you completely. So he's basically saying if you put it in his hands, he might be able to tell. But that's up to you, because he...
What are we thinking, guys?
I think we can trust him.
I think we can
like,
trust
I guess if he
him.
starts running out the door, I'll punch him in the back of the head.
Okay.
Well, you might not even need to. The heart attack will kill it before we do.
This guy
I mean, we
might
are
be
kind of
able to-
surrounding him at this table. He's not like he
Yeah.
could leave easily.
He's literally like sitting against a wall with all of you surrounding the table. He basically wants you to know he's not a threat, so...
right.
Yeah.
All right, well,
okay.
fucking...
So you're gonna...
But keep in mind, there is a
of a
strong
first impression
suspicion
he gave
this
us
guy
last night,
could be
though.
a literal god.
Let's take him up to the bedroom real quick.
So he's...
Kieran.
So you're taking him with you, or wait, what are we doing?
We're taking him up to the bedroom so we can show him the amulet.
Okay, you take
I
him
wanna-
with you.
I want to show him my Yu-Gi-Oh collection.
You want to see my pecker, old man?
He takes a look at your Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He's like, "Ooh, very impressive. I'd like to play you sometime." However, not even one pot of greed. That's kind of disappointing.
My dragon.
It's like that. It's like that comic. Like we all go under the blankets and we pull out little glow in the dark.
Yeah, glow. Someone lights a torch. No, you idiot! That'll set the whole place on fire. So let's see. We have 5 torches, so that's 10 hours. Doesn't work if they're all lit at the same time. Oh, right. Avatar reference for anyone who doesn't know. Anyways, all right. So you take him up to the bedroom, and so you're gonna put the jewel in his
doing,
hands.
We start
Yep.
doing it like really like meta
Like
and start
a
having a
bestowed
game of
jewel.
D&D in D&D.
All right,
I
and
bestowed
so
the
you
jewel
find
upon him.
yourselves in a tavern, and a bar fight breaks out. I'm kidding. All right, so you give him the jewel, or is that what we're doing?
Yep, we're up
Yeah.
in the bedroom. We're giving him the jewel.
All right. Hello, beautiful. He gently cups it in his hand, like, you know, he just feels the main part of it,
Ooh,
not
be
the
gentle.
necklace part, but feeling the symbols. I cannot believe it. You have actually found the jewel of 3 prayers. He almost
Right, and we kept telling you we didn't.
he actually you actually see a tear leave his eye.
I didn't believe you, idiots.
For the first time in a long time, the true history of what happened in the Calamity could be known to us all. You could stumble upon something truly great. And if the vision came from this to all of you, then perhaps you have all been deemed worthy. Feeling, you know, he holds it in his hands and he cups it in his hands just like holding his eyes closed. I do not sense any malevolence inside this object. I cannot decipher who the third deity was. It almost seems as if they have a signature on here that is only known to them and their kind. Perhaps they chose to remain secretive to mortal ears. However, I believe it was true that 3 prime deities, he hands it back to you, are the ones behind the jewel. It is their blessings alone that resurrected the Elixion himself. Give him the jewel, wink wink. Nice that you're still here, Derp. So he gives it back. So he can't. Yeah, I'm afraid I cannot tell you who the third deity is, but rest assured, I am quite positive this being, whoever it is also on your side.
Well, at least there's that.
Sketchy pulls out a knife, puts it to his neck. Are you the third god or what, asshole?
Are you fucking... Are you the deity or what,
I
bitch?
don't do that. So
Good enough for me,
all right.
I guess. I guess the only thing left to do is find intelligence check. I forgot her name. No, I'm kidding. I have it written down somewhere. It's
Alosia?
It's a low city elf, yeah.
Alosia.
We need to go. We need to meet up with her at the Betrayer's Rise.
I literally have her
Yeah.
marked down as hot elf, maybe breedable.
Okay.
yeah, of course you do.
Very well. Should you have any further pondering with me, I don't know how much more useful I can be, but I'll return to the dilapidated temple, and should you
One
need
last
me, I will be
question.
there. Yes.
What do you know of Alosia?
The occult woman, yes.
Yeah.
I do not know much of her people, but I know she comes from a faction of sorts. Perhaps I can remember the name. I need to do an intelligence check for him. Hang on. Let me believe. I believe he actually pulls out a little notebook and flips through it. Yes. The Consortium of the Vermilion Dream. That is the organization she works for. Most call her the occult woman, as she deals in some dark magic usage. Though her people run a very standard business on top of things, and they do make good on their financial promises because they have the wealth to back it up, bear in mind that the 5 leaders who run the consortium are rather suspicious individuals. I only know of a couple of them, but, hang on, I gotta find the fucking here. I know the name Vril. She is, I've met the woman once myself. She is a rather cold individual. I would not trust her.
Okay.
Which one of these 5 Alosia is under, I do not know. Some are more trustworthy than others. Whatever you do, stay away from Kolkur the Gull. He's a dark man not to be trusted.
I'll keep that in mind. I've heard that name.
It sounds like
I was gonna
a
say, is that
That's the
I didn't know if that was a name we already-
that's the slave owner guy that Vernon warned you about.
okay? Is it?
Oh
Kolker
shit!
or
So they're
Kelker?
working
'Cause I heard-
together.
Yeah.
I heard Kelker.
Yeah.
So did I. heard Kelka.
It's Kolker.
I don't
Okay,
like
well,
that.
Yeah. That's who Varen warned you of is a slave owner.
Also,
So
what was the name of the organization again?
they're called the Consortium of the Vermilion Dream.
Thank you.
And as for
So-
Alosia, any deal she makes with adventurers who come through, I'd say you have about a 50-50 odd of it working out well for you. She has a habit of paying well to those who survive her tasks, but let's just say she has some rather difficult tasks. So just whatever she's having you do, be cautious.
Well, I appreciate the heads up and all the information you've helped us with. If we find anything down at the bottom of that fucking abyss, and we have any questions that we need to ask after the fact, we'll come straight to you.
I would appreciate that. Any information you can gather, for the sake of the Calamity's knowledge, I would be grateful that you have uncovered. I shall say a prayer for you on my way back. And he walks out.
So, we all gonna hold hands and skip to the top of this fucking mountain or what?
Good to me.
Oh,
All right, so you guys leave the inn,
Literally hold hands and skip.
well fed and well rested. You guys, Jace uncomfortably watches as the 3 of you skip ahead.
accurate.
He buys a hat for like 1 bronze coin and puts it over his head so people won't like say he's with you. I'm just kidding.
Not with them.
And you all make your way up the long, jagged staircase to the Betrayer's Rise. Once you reach,
I'm with stupid hat.
Pretty much.
once you get to the top of the cliff, there is a you actually see there's a little bit more of a settlement town at the top here. There appears to be nobody living there, as it is so close to the Betrayer's Rise. Throws money. We're the kobold or goblin pet that carries all the loot. Oh, where are those pets? They don't have that. No, he has a gem in his eye that holds all his stuff, so...
It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. So you all get up there. So yeah, you notice this village that's been completely down. There's actually a river that runs across this bridge, and there's a couple of Aurora Watch veterans at the end. The one puts his spear down. Stop! In the name of the law. I must ask, who dares try to enter the Betrayer's Rise? No mortal is allowed in without Vernon permission.
Well, that's alright.
I was gonna say, is somebody gonna say something, or did I cut out?
With
No, sorry, I was completely out of it.
Okay.
hang on, with whose permission?
Vernon.
Vern's permission.
I would
God,
like
dude.
to cast self-disguise.
You don't need to do that, but okay.
Yeah, can you just like run it back just a few steps? Because I completely blanked
Okay,
out.
so
What the fuck's going on?
you guys walk up. There's a river and a bridge. It's like a
Yeah,
destroyed
right.
area of town, and then there's two they're Aurora Watch soldiers, so with the insectozoid armor, and they said, "Stop! In the name of the law, no mortal is allowed into the Betrayer's Rise without permission from Varen." I can make this easier on you if you want. Somebody give identification.
Fucking, I haven't got much on me. I've literally got like my family crest from back home. But fucking Vern literally sent a fucking hawk up here yesterday saying that we could come up here so we could go in there.
You are the folks spoken about. Give me that letter. And the other guy hands him the note, and he opens it up.
I mean, we're a very distinct motley crew.
Yeah.
I think we'd be
Yeah,
able to be
you can't get us
represented.
mixed up with fuck all else.
My
Like, how
lord-
many
yeah.
groups like this are walking up
He's
to
reading
you?
through my loyal subordinates. Please be on the lookout for adventurers consisting of a dracona, a couple of elves, humanoid, possible giant cat person. He's reading through, and he's like, and as he reads one, he keeps looking up. The other guy slaps the note out of his hand. Get over it, it's them.
He looks over at Dyer's like, "You're the cat person."
You're the cat, right?
Your friend there doesn't look very furry, but
Believe it or not, she's actually the elf.
He just sits there and goes meow.
they begin,
Monotone.
who's gonna? I assume Makatosh, you're gonna go first as you're like leading the charge. They're like, there is a woman who said she is waiting for you towards the entrance of the Betrayer's Rise. Follow us. So they begin to lead you towards the bridge. The Betrayer's Rise is both ominous and beautiful. Its black walls are carved with intricate reliefs, many of them depicting scenes of torture. Lifelike grotesques of leering demons perch high above, peering down at you with contempt. An immense double door forms the entrance. This gate is made of onyx inlaid with copper and silver. The guards of the Aurora Watch stand between you and the demonic fortress.
I commented in my chat saying our party is literally the start to a joke. A dragon, 2 elves, and a human walk into a bar.
Yeah, basically. We'll figure that one out eventually. All right.
Before we go any further, I do just want to add this little element, just saying, like, we're actually certain, like, just a little bit of roleplay going on. But as we're making our way towards the doors, I turn and look over at Artorius, and I speak very softly. Take the fucking gem, all right? Like, you're the only one that I fucking trust completely with this fucking thing. You know the importance of it, and I want to make sure it stays out of her hands. I'm going to stay close to her to keep an eye on her. You keep an eye on this, okay?
At first, it's sort of like I snigger. I'm like, "What? The only person you trust here is a thief?" And then I sort of like,
Surprisingly.
I'm like, I was like, "Fine, I understand." And I sort of stick it in my back pocket, or like the inside pocket of my jacket.
All right.
Perfect.
All right. And with that, above the doors actually crack open, and a veteran from inside steps out. You see the blood oozing through his armor. He drops to his knees and collapses down. The dark shadows shoot out from the doors before the guards nearby can seal it closed again. And with that, 4 Gloomstalkers shoot out and drop down descending upon the bridge to eat you guys. Now, I will ask you here now. Would you like to fight, or would you like to call it there?
We call it here.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so here, let me just add my very intense music real quick. So next time
on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, basically, we'll take that. So next time, combat, you will all have to roll initiative because the Gloomstalkers descend upon the bridge, raring to strike. It'll be intense. Awesome. And so that is where the session will end for the sake of everybody taking a breather. I'm going to seal the box. So once again, I'm just going to turn that off. So once again, I would like to thank all my friends for coming and playing with me this week. I really appreciate you guys doing this with me.
Yeah.
I say that, but I don't think you actually mean it.
Well, I appreciate it because I need people to play with, and you're all I got. So,
You know what? I'll take that.
Wow. All right. I see.
Oh no, I want to play with you guys, despite the fact you guys get sidetracked a little too easily. I appreciate.
What do you
it.
mean?
I want to point out, I've not got sidetracked a single
No, you're
time.
the
I
good
wanna
one.
put
The
that
rest
out.
of them misbehave.
I'll have you know, wombats are basically useless.
Listen,
I'll have you know.
That's the one bit of
okay?
info Dyer will
Alright.
remember. All right, so So thank you guys very much for playing. I hope you all had fun. You can always tell me if you didn't. I won't hurt. You can be honest with me. So
I might get distracted, but I tell you what, I put my heart into this. Okay, King. I put my
do.
I put my
appreciate it.
110% into it.
It's like Skyrim, all right. I think if you don't get sidetracked, you're doing it wrong.
No,
Exactly.
it's D&D.
Not really,
No,
yeah.
it's fine.
Half the fun.
I really am not bothered when you guys goof around. Just only when you cut me off all the time because you can't stop
I'm
laughing
sorry.
about the same thing over and over. Otherwise, I don't care if you got to talk about wombats once in a while. Just you got to know when to cut it off.
Not when I'm in the middle of the story.